Until Napo was given the nod, you will say he's a man of madness. You do a party no. Na emu nipa ni be Jimmy a. Mommy and see a boni and kase. Ye mu nipa ni be Jimmy. Embrendu say betam to me amaye. Entafo na modidi the NPP chino. Omo mo ntafo ni se mo Jimmy o he. The NDC will take this seat. So mo lose seat ni na 43 or 42 Ashanti regional seat na. They are fine. That is the NPP. Asantuma is producing a lot of criminals pretending to be men of God. And now there's one particular boy. Obewa da kwa nguti se preku.
Asemo Kavitela. We tea jaso. Kevin say afunyu o akampo asem wato bomb. Afunya to bomb. Na bomb na afunya ato no. Samo nordness na de bia wotumu fo say munya Jimmy na munya NPP a chide no. NPP akamfo party. Mu nordness o mu fa munya hwe mu fi mu ton na mu NDC. Kevin tell no. We tea jaso. Pandai is green. Then the or say Pandai is green. Kufuor what na say me Kufuor do asega na biafe na obekasa na edu kan zi enyede enti sisi apa den na Ghana fonye samono say men sa afenyo makene oh Kevin dia mom 1 year on was so far so good mahama ya de enyo mahama ya oboboso.
This is Boadu TV, truth and integrity.
Pandai elections, Parliament notifies EC of Pandai vacancy after court-ordered rerun. Finally, and the Parliament, Clerk Nabeka Speaker says, Speaker of Parliament, Pandai seat atoseno for by-elections. Inti ejebo no, and the other speaker him say, court ruling on the by Parliament ajiatum. Pandai Ghana for Eko Akotuaba, a Pandai for Motuaba. And they be a catch NPP for say. So, Moody after your mark in a chair, over the weekend. Time Pandai said we buy no. There was a friend that Minim na only after your mark in Edin Komo about Pandai Situate. Do you know what after your marking told him? After your market catcher and say, no, no, your primary saber for our flag bearership. Why name wasting the time of Pandai? I don't want to find a Nyansen protecting his seat. That is the statement Afenyomakin made on phone. Afenyo, one person in the NPP, Aminim, was on phone with Afenyomakin. And the person was like, right now, it is looking like Yabeko Pandai. Leader, how are we going to do it? Because we need to start campaigning. And you have also been saying, we are not going to allow it to happen. Right now, it is looking like Monday, they will bring it. Because the person had gotten a hint of it to say, Clark is going to inform Speaker. Afenyomakin can say, no, no, sa kwa no wusrimu hono. I don't know, no ankasa mbon humodien keeping his seat no. Right now, I hear court primaries. Ako flag bearer no. Why nenko wasting the time ko campaign man? That was the statement from Afenyomakin. They be a catch MPP for say, Mumudu do Jimmy, especially in tough for mo MPP muno. This NPP, they don't respect you. Now, Mumuta Fenyama can say, he was the same person screaming up and down, say, they are not going to go to Pandai to contest. Assembly is here, Obeka. Do you know what they are going to do? They are not going to go campaign for this guy. They don't care. What they care about now is to get Bawumia elected, rig it, or catch them in Yonko phone. So I was on the phone, I started laughing. As some of them can be an okay, say, no, why couldn't he protect his seat? Now, the if you say, or primary papa be banner, nobody's going to waste their time there. And or no, Afenyomakin, on your ready say, Obeli the party in this Omoko Pandai Koji seat, they don't care. They know the seat is gone. Mumusa Afenyomakin say, didn't he tell his colleague? They be a catch the MPP for say, hey, sir. Mo entafori bi na mudi MPP chino mo entafori bi mo Jimmy chen bibia omo de moji to me the NPP from infancy Aliu Mahama. I am a ya send a babema na no we Jimmy too much. Aliu Mahama is one of the most recognized, respectable politicians in Ghana. Yepe politician onim kasa obu ade onye discriminatory politician with all due respect and found a party of free. That is a man who was ready to serve. Odi Kufuor by a vice a deputy vice. Do ni sunam kayen so ye 10 year boa. Neba Farouk Mahama Jimmy Omude ne ye. And I keep telling you this notness. Some of you are with the NPP. I can for party you. And they have openly said it. Now just as some way, Anka Asenso watching a tone of Bantama, can be easy. They would have all started campaigning at Batama. Because all of them say, any seat. They don't care what happens at Pandai. They don't even recognize you people. Now, ni person out Pandaya, omo NPP, omo NPP plans him. Omo bedi power 8 years, omo yana Pandai. Me say, omo ba power 8 years. Show me what they did at Pandai. Omo semufone se ebi mu ejimi, and that is what they do. And so Afenyama Kemono, they are not ready to go and sacrifice to keep this Pandai seat. No. Sana Afenyama Kekacheno, they are thinking about electing Bawumia as the flag bearer. In the South Sudan, no one to defending the seat or not a problem. Now the same person who was charging the grassroots and telling them, we will not, and it will not happen, and it has happened. Let us hear what he will say. He's going to come tell Ghana for say, the speaker is against them. He will not put in anything. Somebody should correct me. Empina owu in and say no mkosi no kumeu ana dabi empina owu in and say no eskumi. Me pacho I don't know. Did Afenyama go to the funeral? Oko iye no. I've seen videos and pictures, but me hu Afenyama will be. Me pese me busa o. Eskumi yeko sie na NDC 4 any NPP. Did you see Afenyama there? Me de me hu no any of the pictures. I'm asking. Did anybody see Afenyama? Maybe he was there, but I didn't see him. But me busa question you. Mo amoko say ye and eskumie ye no. The minority leader, Akwetia MP no wu and eskumie may he so rest in peace. Yehu so bia Mr. P. Mr. S. Did Afenyama go to that funeral? Did he go there to see the dead body of Eskumi? Mibusa. Mr. P. Mr. P, it's a simple question I'm asking. Over the weekend, I was very busy, but I was seeing 1 or 2 videos and pictures. I just want to know, say, did Afenyama go there? I don't know. If you went there, fine. But I'm telling you, the NPP people say, you need to be careful about your leadership, especially in tough for now. Modidi the NPP, you know, the NDC will take this seat. I'm telling you. And the NPP does not care. They care about some seats. NPP, you know, the only seat they care about is Santimemu. So we see our campaign, ni omukasemu nyina. Bibia ekwa Santimemu because they think it's a Santifono without the respect. It is to maintain the number of war in terms of parliamentary seats. The party is okay. Mamika withdraw. Some lose seats in 43 or 42 Ashanti regional seats now. They are fine. That is the NPP. Tie. Me say NPP lose before seats in no lose seats in Ashanti for the seats in NPP for the will be fine. So who are we at 10 years we MP or NPP muno? Remember what you say NPP will sacrifice for you. Uteni. Uteni. So we MP. Until the whole NPP should sacrifice for you. Now just on Jimmy. What they will do for Napo, what they will do for Asenso Boachi, what they will do for MPP forum was Santimemu MPs, no, they will never do it for Uteni and Komo Jimmy. Why should they sacrifice for that? What would they get from it? Namonta for Nokrade na Modeba. Ashanti regional minister, former Ashanti regional minister, Simon or Seb Mensa or Sadiende. So Okachira must say, Monta for no mobile Ashanti memoir, ya bomo panie. Introducing say, And asantini bi beje adwuma to NPP akani bi beje adwuma to aba Pandaya be campaign. Now wo dey na do be ma no. Na oba krom Pandaya hotel be na obeda. They don't respect you people. And you people should get this in your heads. It's a tribal party. Obubu montafo ni bi se mo agimi. Hwesala Cow, Hwesala Mustafa, Hwentafo nkwasi from the party nim no. They don't respect them. Now Jesus has sit way. The day now Moka say Shiayasu seat, Bantama seat, Jesus seat, Ojin San Combat and that day now they will all move camp to Kumasi, they will start campaigning. They will start visiting Ahimfie, they will start pouring libation, they will start. But Pandai, the NPP leadership, they know from day one, the day a court ruling, and they say the rerun was going to go on. They don't care. That is the NPP for you. We a regional minister and the Kufuor. Obiankasa. Nanka teni regional minister na kasa asemu nke betima tena groma. Sa teni regional minister na kachire asante for sansemu ya nke betima tena groma. No. Me pese me ka bibi kire ntafo na mo NPP mu no. Ma me ka bibi cho. He? So person who say NPP who ntafo no say ntafo na mo NPP so mo jimi ama me kire wade bi. Ma me kire a simple thing. Tama jachi question. Issue ni ba na omoko court about parliament say jachi question omo manenko parliament bi or say ekoto aba no in less than 24 hours na NDC fo nyina wo eyedien jachi question constituency from regional chairman to eyedien district assembly na obia wo jachi question constituency every single person jachi question asem na me ka bibia kire na NDC go opposition. The day now NPP focus say Jachi question omo mani ura parliament. The NDC moved their campaign straight to his constituency because they know. They went there to tell the people the truth. They took the party machinery. Every single thing moved in there. The flag bearer was there. The chairman was there. Every single person was there. In fact, the central regional chairman, Prof, he basically moved his office to Jachi Question's constituency. You know why? Because the NDC believes that so I don't saka about don't saka muina. They don't discriminate. Sanke yesriman kombeko. Ongo fowi. Akwawe ne hoba mobo chen koliko. This guy ombe treated the sabua. Na wo tani dia na wo beba party nim. Me say sa no mo be ka kire se wo tani e dia na ebenya wo ho. Onko fo ye sen. Nipa sen na support party ni wo srem. No. They sit in the south. Omuti Greater Accra, omuti constituencies, omuti Western, omuti Ashanti, omuti South. They insult the West, the Northerners. Mumo. And so the seriousness and this for their touchy Jachi question. They are not going to do this to this guy. They are looking at Bawumia. The whole thing is rigged for Bawumia. That's it. And after marking, that is his main job. Mo entafo no be mo ntumi ho fo. You don't some of you in the NPP mo entafo no be mo mo jimi. Mo entafo no be na mo NPP mo no. Mo jimi. Mo entafo no be. You don't reason. Continuously these people have treated you people like underdogs. They have never respected you people. And this city no and this is simple because Pandai for no, they know what development is. And they know say they respect the NDC the more NPP for more. Till date, the NPP they have not even moved anybody there to meet the Pandai people. No, they don't respect them. And dear Pandai for 8 years, nothing. And they believe in John Mahama. They have seen what people are getting. At least Ghana. Pandai for a problem, they will tell John Mahama if he can do it for them. And for the past 1 year, they don't know whatever NDC tells them, omu believe what NDC John Mahama, they will vote for the NDC because omu support development. Omu mugu Pandai, omu nyankwasi afu. Nana Danko Kufuor the be president or the Bibia ko krom chebi. John Mahama so sremni Pandai for so they need development. And from what John Mahama has done so far, now even and I will tell the president that the people of Pandai, they need all the development. The next 3 years, I was set with the Pandai, Mr. President, Eka o plans on. The regional minister, you need to add Pandai to your plans. The basic things they need, they have been yearning for the past 8 years. NPP from Kwasiafui never show them respect. And they don't even care. No? The NDC should show NPP for the way. So, Mr. President, let Pandai be another priority constituency. I am going to follow. And I'll open the phone lines one of these days for Pandai people to tell us what they want. For Pandai people to tell Ghana. And I know this platform, the president and the NDC, they will hear the people of Pandai. And whatever they need, when they get a member of parliament who is an NDC, definitely Pandai will get. And that is what we want Ghana to be. Where a Ghana where MPs, ministers can have access to the president, the way John Mahama has opened his doors to every MP to bring their problems. We know Sir Pandai or NDC MP are definitely whatever they're asking for, Omonsabeka. The NDC government under John Dramani Mahama and the leadership, so many things is see. Now, on the 7th of December, a year Enrichi and Endra, a year Endra, and John Dramani Mahama and NDC, Edi Abaimu, a year, one solid year. Now, the president, as you know, has been somebody from day one. Like I say, he's always wanted to govern with the Ghanaian. He has always wanted to be part of governance. He has always wanted to add Ghana to his decision making. Yesterday, he humbly came out with a very decent, reasonable statement. Okacha Ghana for Yinan say, as he celebrates 1 year in office, he renewed his pledge that we are going to build this nation, this Ghana, for each other. And that he is going to make sure that promise he made to Ghanaians before he was given the nod to lead as the president of the republic, he is going to live up to it. And also the promises that he promised that a country under him will never be a divided country, a country full of discrimination, a country there will be a lot of exclusion. Or say, he will make sure, some people will not be favored on others. And that is something over this 1 year, he has made sure, in Ghana today, under the leadership of John Dramani Mahama, in Yimu, pesamin kuminya, nipa wemu de omunim nyansa, wemu de yemfa omo nka ho, wemu de ebu omunim tia, aban na yebu no, nipa class bi na oso omo dwene, wemu ne nim nyansa, or say, from day one of promising yes, for 1 year, he has lived up to it, and we are all witnesses to it. And in his own statement, was committed to it, he's not going to move away from it. It is important what we call discrimination, free or mamboom, something we call exclusion, free or mamboom, something we call a friend say some people are not supposed to be part of governance, obeying free or mamboom, na odik Ghana abeboom. Right now, that tension that we felt for the past 8 years, that tension that Ghana ni to mean discussing Ghana punti, it is gone. And that Bawumia any Kufuor, Kennedy Japan, country, Kobre Japan, any brand champion, we saw a country that was working on high voltage path. Every single person was angry. Every single businessman was angry. Every teacher was angry. Every military officer was angry. Every police officer was angry. Pensioners got pissed off. Doctors were angry. Ghanaians who were traders, petty traders were angry. Every single part of this nation, we were all angry at each other. All because we had a government and the Kufuor Bawumia, Kennedy Japan, Brandy Champon, Kentria. It was a government full of people who were discriminative, people who were selective, people who were corrupt, people who did not respect the rule of law. We had a president and his vice who were daft and could not read the mood of the people. And see, for a solid year, this is the first time we are going to celebrate Christmas. We all as a people are confident in our skin. We are confident about our nation. We believe in our president. And also, we are of high hope to say the years to come ahead of us now are going to be prosperous years. It's going to be better. Economic wise, it's going to be better. Security wise, it's going to be better. Governance as a whole wise, we all have that belief it's going to be better. This is the first time we have seen Ghanaians more relaxed than anything else. You meet businessmen today, they are able to go out, speak their mind. You meet people, you tell to say they will never speak on Ghana politics. Today, being free to speak on how this country should be or can be governed. Now, after 1 year, we will say, again, NDC aban. What have they done? John Mahama and the NDC, no, and there are so many Ghanaians. Metumaka just say these statements, yes, Mr. P, I'll do it. These statements are very legitimate statements. After a very legitimate statement, say, Aban we buy and a why ye. Aban we be see soon a na why ye. Obia or Ghana bia when we a question, or not a bia. Obusasa question, not a bia. Why not just say on per se obegia tum dia abana because every single thing bia abana be biano. Say John Mahama dibi bianim no kasa why idea we are. It is not to benefit John Mahama and his family. It is to benefit Ghanaians. And remember, it is not to benefit one person. It is to benefit the whole nation. So it means say enye nipa ba ko pe de be decide say aban we ayade and as aban we nyade. Enye the view of one person or how one person feels about this government or the way they see things, the perspective of one person and a bit to me actually say Ghana for this is how we see things. It doesn't work like that. And it's a media house. And now an individual walks out there and meets two people and say, how do you feel? No, because I don't feel good about this government. I don't like this thing. It does not necessarily translate into abino performance. The only way about abine end to me enye ejuman on to me born and say when the numbers are coming in during elections and closer to elections, and also when you see the general mood of the people when it comes to how they complain. Now, hardly do you hear Ghana of Nia or Kodjaso and now Kodija telling you, say, Mikodi Gano, Misika Jinashi. Never happened. You've never heard anything like that for the past 1 year. Even Jatenum Eye Asantimemua, Eye Kejetia, majority of the people of Woha almost say Sebio, Omubidi, almost support to NPP, no, and the Ubo Rawa. Hardly will you hear anybody say, I feel with my boka. It will never happen because the government, through the policies, any Ajunipa or Yama or Wama Ghana, John Mahama use word we only discriminatory, no, ama obi or Ghana biano enya humfaso. Now, before I continue, Andrew Pepe and a year election 1 year to about our Ghana, and we heard a lot of things. Nipa Bebre can some, and remember, the NPP as a political party, no, from 1992, they have thrived on something. They have thrived on fear. They have thrived on lies, and these are the two things. The NPP as a political party, omudia jina soa from time I yena na ba afọ akoto etiti ni mmoremu eyi £700 se nipa bi fa nkote party ne famra himfie na yendi party sem te se de yedi ahenie mami ntimu biem ebi awante NPP as a political party yet party no on two grounds almost thrive on fear and misinformation or lies. Now from time I yet NPP no yena na ba afọ akoto eti NPP from a year time omote no efri menhia no adwenpo na edi akiri senka yente party a yebetumi decide Ghana faith ana Ghana mpuntio ana Ghana nkanko ana Ghana nkyekere no ewa himfie enti adwenpo bia na ehye nipa bitima omde te NPP no eno na ehye nipa bitima besi na and the Ghana na ekoso kra emu nipa bi de no matter what you do no they will tell you say omuhu Ghana ni ye but we are still going to move forward. 7 December 2024 near Tuaba. In this year, yesterday we were not online, but we did not do a show. But we on social media how Ghanaians have become very enlightened. How Ghanaians are reminding each other. We going back, stepping back to look at or to show to each other the lies some people nipebi atrobia. Omo kan mutibo omo say omo betwa Ghana for na yatam oman ama NPP biem. Emma Bawumia Kennedy Japan brand champon country mo asabedi Ghana so ewiaye aseye ekuye asaferi. Now so many things went on. Nipa bi twatro. Now osame man oti bibia se. Omanbo anase aman chichire se wo de atro edi wanim a what you get any de Kufuor de jaye man. Se wo de atro edi political party enim ana wo de atro etu tim se eno na wo de be chichire man a enu bi na ema Nana Danko Kufuor de eja Ghana one ba omi eja Ghana bibia na Ghana wo enti atro a very very dangerous thing. Anytime a platform we know every day me catch Ghana for say we are not going to allow anyone, any group of people, any person or persons to think say they can lie to protect people, They can lie to create a room for people. They can lie to get their people in power for them to come and destroy the democracy we have been enjoying since 1956, 57. Inti so we study NPP na atra omudi ye no 2024 senior omutimi bar together try to convince and lie to Ghanaians abra omoni ankasa nim se ye ne Ghana for neti ye twa omo atro ye di omo sika ye wi omo ya bo omo tuo. But you see, during elections or before elections, they were still telling you people say wokura na wo chiro no. At a point NPP before ma wo believe in say wo chiro. At a point Ghana ni a oye dwadini a ni sika nyina ahye no. NPP Bawomia NPP, Kennedy Japan NPP, Brian Champon NPP, Kentry NPP, Kobne Japan NPP, ene omo maka ne NPP no omo create impression bi to Ghana for bitim say ohon kire okura menjin di say ohon kire. Sa obani school na okọ no enye free SHS ne enye kura menjin tum say enye. Galamsey no ekuye eseye nsuo Nana Danko Kufuor ye the report amane say ontu wanamon wentu wanamon kura katu tirim say enye bibia. Ya boni patuo agitumi 2020 kachira ho say enya no kore. Ghana for eye pensioners amanfo ewu omusika kenoforiata agi one Kufuor mo ache sika ne di kachira ho say enya no kore. PDS omo de be say Ghana sika gi almost $500 million ekodi ye katu utrim say sa asem no Kufuor mo na ye ba omia na ye so enya no kore. So they created this whole fantasy in the heads of Ghanaians. There were Ghanaians around the nation. No munim say Kufuor ba omia mo omo ya trofo omo ya kromfo. Na omunim say Kennedy Japan Brand Champo mo omo ya trofo omo ya kromfo. No munim say Kentry eye former education minister on Tibrofo we Jimmy onim nyanse de year school and so create bibi to Ghana for tim say enya krampa anticipate day. And intina before elections we saw these con artists, these criminals who were vomited out of the NPP. Their inner monkey started showing, and yakasa omu inner monkey na. It is that thing that makes them believe say omwe Jimmy, but they don't understand why I catch them so omwe Jimmy. And then the inner monkey of the NPP followers, the NPP leadership, the NPP as a political party. So before election 2024, no, they still made sure say they projected their inner monkey. And what is their inner monkey? The principles of the NPP inner monkey, the hallmark of the inner monkey is lies, atro, creating an impression that ohon and so ohon. And we heard a lot. These are some of the inner monkey statements we had before election 2024. Abra na omode NPP hu enye sika ekunipa asai krono. They knew the truth. They have seen regimes upon regimes. Omo na omo kase nyoma nyina ye NPP wini or say Ghana de. They have seen regimes, but the inner monkey adre beifo na show mumuna de bia adre ne ka chom so magimi enso manjin tum no. They were still out there trying to mislead, misinform, try to make the Ghanaian who is struggling to believe say bibia okay. But you see onyankopon a sebio obo Manchester no ono aso na ohwe so ebo ye malama owo Sudan e na oye den obi e Ghana fo ni ma hu say NPP fo ejimi, and that if we make a mistake and vote for Bawomia, Kennedy Japan, Brand Champon, Kentry, Kobne Japan, we will not have a nation again.
Who are my children? You can go through the archives. Not one single prophecy of mine has.
You see, my problem is not this twat talking as a pastor. My problem is those chicken down there calling themselves Nyankopon. You see, this fool reads the minds of those twats in his church and tells them, say, on such a point, or say, I know things are hard. NYE. I know things are hard. Na auto G-Wagons. I know things are hard. Ni amano a diplomatic passport. Nipa ba ko was as mienu. This is a criminal parading himself as a pastor. And I don't blame him because Omo NPP, no, they only hail criminals. They only entertain these kind of things because Omo him say, do na mudi party nechine ejimi. The people sitting there guna sorry de bono na do ne juma say. Na do no enim say ye to aba ebe bobu tu ekuomo. Na do nim say ba wo nim nyanse obetuma chichire Ghana. Do nim say Kennedy Japan nim nyanse obetuma chichire Ghana. Do nim say NPP as a political party ni nyanse ni nim obetumi I change omo situation. But you see, almost this twerp, this round kakuro, this foolish criminal parading on the streets of Ghana as a pastor, no, make them believe we say things are right. But don't say, sir, imokuya no mugwa sorry dem bebrebo nyina no. There are Ghanaians who tell you say we are educated, ya go school, ya kinkai, but the guy is using the name of God to make them all look like chicken shit. That is where my problem is. And the Nyankopon say, as much as a Christophobia Jimino, a Christopher do do Ghana in Jimmy, it majority were like Ebia Muka Krana Muye Christopher de Jimmy. Now so Christopher do do they say we are not going to be foolish. So they said no. Yenya Christopher Kakromo Ghana Omo Jimmy. And ye wo in Kremofo Kakrano Mo Ghana Jimmy. But Ghana for do Muye Christopher in Kremofo Munimyansano. They did not fall for these kind of things. And it's not about tribal politics or your religious politics. These kind of criminals parading as pastors, lying to Ghanaians. Because the more Bawumia stays in power, the more NPP stays in power, no, he makes money. He was making millions of dollars. He had turned the government into a cash cow. He was basically doing a lot of illegal business. But at the end of the day, so Bible no de chiromwa. Na omu ina monkey na ba. Majority of the people are not sorry them no. They have lost their jobs. They've lost their investment. Interest rate na ekuomo no mutuminji loan. Na dodo no tumi ko school. Na bebre no sebio adia na ema omu ye nipa no omu ye juma banking sector ni apamo omo. A lot of them wanted to be teachers near the licensure exams aba no mutifie. These were educated fools. He was just hiding behind the Bible and fooling these idiots. These are the people we lived with. And these are all the people. Bawumia, Kennedy Japan, they are still behind them trying to bring the NPP back to power. Alote Jacobs, Cape Coast, I know his hotel. Now the Okwasiati Kumase, the Okwasiati Cape Coast, and the Okwasiati Takrade, Alote Jacobs Kasamau, and the NDC OC Hotel. And the Kwasiasa and what one hotel in the our hotel, Nipa Bedaho, Emaniska, and the NDC no to me toss our hotel no yeah and then the MPP. But I know something only some mudo do na muteko kroko na mudi MPP chini Jimmy, because when the MPP came to power na Aloto Jacobs on tia and the taxes the hotel was no. If you go back and you go backdate and you do forensic audit on him on tia taxes for about 8 years, income tax Aloto Jacob has not paid. So what he was doing was that he was protecting his illegal business. Mr. P, Mr. S, get me the name of his hotel. Now me fa picture nenchiremo. That hotel na Alote Jacobs we see no Cape Coast no near the new stadium no. Sa hotel no on tia taxes so. And the NPP for 8 years he never paid taxes. The barter deal was that go on radio, lie to Ghanaians, keep making your money and let the masses suffer. Ekwanya ni hotel ni sisu no yenye ekwan no. Ekwan na baby ani hotel ni wo no. Area na ni hotel ni wo no for 8 years. Sa ekro na hotel no ekwan ni yenye ye. Ni hotel no enfutura bom ukodema enkotre. Nyanya nkyere impuro na gu hotel ni. But the hotel no picture ni inside ba be kyerɛw. For 8 years Alote Jacob did not pay taxes on his hotel. And what that he was doing was that I'll go and sit on Peace FM and tell Ghana for say NPP yazi ofri there yenzi yejim and on Alote Jacob and who diabetes no or sorry no wenya hotel sika no ahwe ho yare. That is what they were doing. Me say the Ghana Revenue Authority to go back to Alote Jacob's hotel. Get me the name of the hotel. Fast team. Get me the picture of the hotel. The hotel on 8 years, Alote Jacobs did not pay taxes on the hotel. All because they had told him, say, so bet na TV so now we try tro now my Ghana for Jane say Bibia you okay. We will leave you for you to live illegally, make money illegally without paying taxes. That is why he was on TV, radio, morning, afternoon, evening, telling you now, oh brother, usikashi. Person was a say, Bawumia needs to win. Win and do what? We are going to open investigations into that hotel. We are going to check it from 2017 January, ABC 2024. We are going to do forensic audits. So once he pay one taxes, we will shut that hotel down. He wasn't paying. He wasn't. So they were playing with the people. They were lying to the people to benefit themselves. Kwame Sefa-Kaine a host. Kwame Sefa-Kaine had been appointed as a board member of NPA. Mustafa Hamid was stealing money and giving Kwame Sefa-Kaine them some on the board. So do you think Kwame Sefa-Kaine is going to question Alote Jacobs on anything? No, because they are all employees of a Kufuor. Kwame Sefa-Kaine was employed by Kufuor to sit on the board. Do you think Kwame Sefa-Kaine is going to go against his boss? No. So systematically, they read you people and realize they will fool you, make money for themselves, and then you and your children you go and die. Before election 2024, they were still telling you people, Monto Obama NPP, because they were benefiting, they were making money. They did not care about you. But also we are Ghana now to also Alote Jacobs they were into Ghana on Ghana home. Kwame Sefa, or they don't care about you. Brother Kevin di pegina tem ya china shedem say e be yo hene we asenkrigwa o we 3 places in Ghana ye galamsey pa che ma huntumi se o masase asenkrigwa ka ho ya frow ye de wa shedem 40 days akora o a kire wa konwa ne de pene de mpe busu akonwa ne pene de akonwa ne mpe adekodie nti a wo ne wunuanom ene wo faasefo ene nipa wo busuom ye yi wu se wo bedi hene. It means say, answer na obetu na mo bia na obekasa no. Sa wo yo hene a, also hu say adwene ne da wutim no, nipa dodo mo twehia no, e wo sa wo de no sebio ekode nim chen omo. Yan grandie. This is before election 2024. Hwa grandie we. Na ye de na nipa we etumi di wanim. Say we de odwene man no ho. Odwene eye emebu no ho. Odwene enkwada ho. Hwa grandie we. Time na okasa no na galamsey sisu asenkrigwa gegeg on ti bi okano on say do galamsey no de okan ye we de manenka ho kakra manenka o men ha wo ho ye nyina be follow na ye nyina ye hu kwasea oman ya tena man mu 8 years. President, the cabinet minister ede paper man say we mu ena etu egudie say Ghana nsuo asenkrigwa nsuo tu hu anamo ne enche omuntum. Why wa no fiance apetu pre ase abegina o say eno de ba wo mia na Kufuor de nya abotre we frantoma na wo yo hine na meka se wagimi a medi bone anasa makase tia wo unim nyansa. These were the people they were using, and the name say ebi ya ahemfo de bi nim nyansa pa but ohine a wagimi, and this is a typical example of ohine a onwene ni ma ho. And come imagine na wo campaign na 50.1 no na wabusa nkora no gina ochi say nipa no do se na nya nsupa no mu wa ha ye nsase e de ma betena so a se bi o medi di ma so edidi epremanfo echi edi kwa yiase edi to mona no eye dan na betumi ameki sure say obi antumi megina nya gala na ohini mu ntwere te se wo wa hye white chapel ma emia wo hwe a wa begina ho ekeka nkwase asem mmeburu na wo beka che politicians say ya nemo tena mfie wotwe adentina sankrigwa nsase asai adentina moba asebo be campaign no na oda ho di mebu na nimu ka kire mo say mamuntie mo nsanko toma nipa na omukuye no the same time no ka say na excavator sisu de enya mo wanwa say papa we a mo so oyo hene no oye galamsey se mi bie ahoma no tum sisi a wasankregwa sa papa ya ka say so oyo hene enya mo wanwa say oye galamsey. And we sit in Ghana, and in 2024 these are the inner monkeys na NPP AUZ. A dear part of who ya or say NPP aban yen sam from NPP into us because then you don't want to chase and Gregua. And you don't want to Ghana ni. Na sebio so ya akrantia kura busa ho say a dear ntine man bedi hene no. Na hene a medi krampo no se meso me ye bibi na e kwakyewa me nkofo e be pene mama tena so. But sebio mudidi a na mogya moto ato osenkraman ti aya na mu refi say ade chia mo abeda gate na no anwen gate no. Na ohini mu ntwer galamsey koso se nsuo watutu wontuma ma onase fin se opuru abetena se ye pesa woto aso onto aden so kan wonanim se ye no matena mfie nwotwe party chairman ejina ye krom ha se nsuo boni patuo adentina mo ba krampo se mo pay etumi na wasesam mebu na gu wachi wahye white chapel yi wo hwe ato nchen abetena ho se ma menkeka nkwase asem ne mpeka krama menkwa yie. These are some of the inner monkeys. Weja. Na say yenyantia break, yenyanko yenim. We krampo de say yen start hwe, mi twidwam, Where before election 2024, in Kwasiade Ekoso, de bia me catch me na otum for say, Nana, me do asante and asante domi. Be odi shek prekope because ye wo me asante memu, and am ko me school asante memu, me nyini asante memu. Ye wo me asante memu ana, eno de me wo fa se ye wo me wo e be igboni. Nana, se yanhwe anka nsem bi a ebe ha dwene. Nana, and the Ghana, so yet is a soft be kasa. Diana enkofo if you manu ba say we dey oya santini or your true for, and it's beginning to look like say a soft for papa bi krom wa santimemu no. Sa ankora we a omudi sofudie e dada nipa ebu nipa ewie free nipa ono emu dodo ni nyina fra santimemu na na adentra. Sometimes when I sit and I ask myself, say, Argentina, one region produce a lot of fake pastors. And there are some good pastors in the Ashanti region. I won't lie to you. There are some very good, honest pastors in the Ashanti region. I wouldn't lie to you that they are genuine men of God. But sometimes we say, Argentina, emudo 99%, no, akron for, adada for, just say, nyoma bia emfata. Obi yi di tisi oye sofo pe na ko hwe na sepe na ofi asantimemu ya santini ba adentra. I just say Ghana nyamesom na ebu ni tiase no asofo dodo mu fi asantimemu na ebu nyamesom ne tiase. Because when you do the analysis, sa boys we ya omgugu TV so ni radio so asantimemu ye wie election kura na uhu na nanu bi egugu radio so na we bewu na de chia we be se na de nana ayana sanyoma we bi no na ayana hawana ewom say omo ho kwan so be di sofo na emredu say ye be hye bi because I just say Ashanti region is becoming one of the places a grooming criminals ye target almost as sofo, and it looks like Ashanti region grooms criminals, tag them like a sofo, and then they spread them around the nation. And then the destruction of the Christian religion, no, Kufuor na essay nyamesumu Ghana. Today we don't have people who want to do the work of God. Right now we have people who want people to invest in them as the work of God. They have become the work of God, and people are now investing in them as the work of God because they believe, say, when they invest in such illiterate boys, such liars, God, who is somewhere, will bless them. Into these boys, sa akwaya mboni video and the other guys, you know, they have made themselves the conduits. Fasikana maye, yenka sama yemun show, yenka bibinto so, na fasikana maye na uhonto. So they have become the investing point of God. By your Bible now, you better from Old Testament to New Testament, you know, nobody is an investment or nobody is a conduit. You didn't find so a university on Yankupomu. It is getting out of hand. There are so many of them. It is becoming too much. Nana, it is becoming too much. And the earlier you speak on this and shut this down, because I feel, say, Asantima is producing a lot of criminals pretending to be men of God. A lot. There's one boy, why the 3 year fubi, nefuka krakabi, also a sofo, and now the graduate American asem. There's one particular boy. Obewa da kwa to say preku. Maka, somebody is the second time I'm saying this. And that boy would die like a pig. Akwatun to me na look akrakebi. Imbrebe obeka say, I ba omiabe win elections. After elections, no, also ba omia win it. Sa boy no obewa da ekwan to say preku. He would die like a pig. And such people, omo the Bible na da dankofo. Boy kwasie bi no fi bi. And they be a mechanic ha. Baby, I'm going to that boy, and I'm going to say it again, that particular boy, Nefuka Krakabi, the team we have Fubisa, Nanoka Kratabe, it's a preko baby. Kwasia boy Tuntumbi, obey what the Kwan want to say preko. That boy would die like a pig. That boy, he would die like a pig. And I'm swearing on my life, he would die like a pig. These are people almost destroy Nipa Senko for life. In the name, say, Omuya Sofo. And such people like that. They are supposed to be treated like animals. And there's a reason I'm singling out that guy. Because I know 3 years only, he would die like a pig. And he needs to suffer for his consequences. Because you see, for the same consequence, he has destroyed lives. And these are the kind of people are grooming in Ghana, misinforming and disinforming, using the word of God to kill people within. But that guy, that boy, Bino, me someone can't just say 3 years, Obewu is a preko. He would die like a pig because atro, oh yeah, nipa na osiso. Now just say atro ni be kun. He will be the first person Nyankopon de be set example in Ghana. Now sa nyoma na moya na Ghana say suffer trofo no, you will move away from it. That will be the boy o Nyankopon de be din kan de twaso. Yes. He would die like a pig. And Obewu Edi Ashabun Samani Munyam. 2024. These are the monkeys. They are inner monkey. They cannot suppress it because Omujin said Ghana for Jimmy before election 2024. They said all these things. They knew. No munim the Omani kom. No munim bra Ghana for bre. Omnim nipa. Omo bre. Ejuma say pensioners omo PDS. They knew the country has been run down. These people knew the facts. But what did they do? They sat on radio and TV in the name of politics, assuming that every single Ghanaian is a fool. In their head, and not in their heads, they think everyone is a fool. Until even time I yakotwaba na nipabu ofu, ebufuaba yenyina yenitia yesika ashe nipewu hospital egu. Dibia say these people were still telling us to say, hey, NDC winia yebeku yehu yebetwa yeti. Way Ankakopia Saudi Arabia and Kombe Kuno after elections, they would have cut off his head. Yes, Salam Mustafa. Sanka Saudi Arabia no wa. Sanka or any of these countries they don't play with their words. Anka de no mu election no and Kombe China be gina second and komo charity. Now Anka as serve as a day as a warning and a caution to young people now. Omo di Quran enyini no. We lucky no be pie Ghana. Because you see, these words that he used, it could have destroyed this nation. And democracy, because Kwasiebibeka say, Salam Krampo say NDC winia, na so mo wiem, inti yanko kuntokwa. These are the salad cows, the salad shit, the salad pieces of food. Debi Amekacha say, Omwe Jimmy, this is the national youth organizer of the NPP. Me see, Okopie South Sudan, Okopie Saudi Arabia, baby, and 8th of December, and come Trinity. Yeah. Because they don't fuck around with their words. They are not going to allow a fool to sit on TV and cite people and create an impression. Say, so no way we need election now. I was so woo and I said BBC. Because what he was doing on radio, now I was sending red meat to be at the man Kufuor mo pe chaos. I say, send this NPP winia yenkubia. This guy was supposed to be murdered. But you see, we believe in democracy. I don't support this guy being murdered in Ghana. I don't support anybody attacking this guy in Ghana. But Sanko Kopie Kurobiswa, Anka Saboy we 8th December, Nanko so mutuality to training. Because he said it on radio. He said it on national television. He stood on the stage and proclaimed to say NDC we near was some mutuality. Why is he still working alive? Why is he still working alive? Why is he still working in Ghana? And he is able to go on radio to go laugh about it. No, you don't joke with democracy. You don't joke with elections. You don't joke with these kind of things. But they saw everybody to be a fool. And these same people want power. Or Saudi Arabia can be trying to sell punching. Yeah. Per his own words, I didn't say election no. According the other way, Yenkume on one of So why are we not granting him his wish? Mustafa Salam, why are we Ghanaians not granting him his wish? Why are we not cutting his head off? We are supposed to cut his head off. Or sank you charity the channel ma, you charity and the channel yere. Or sank you charity the channel mame, Negas or banano samono and a yayamano. But this is Ghana. We believe in democracy. We just want everybody to understand that Upon all our differences, we still have to make sure we protect each other. We want power. And when they get power, their tone is going to change. And that is what we need to prevent as a people, as a nation. Our time can be Biana. No. And you all know this clown. Upon all that was happening, or the cabinet, no aji Leviatum, or the cabinet, PDS, or then making sure say everything went through. This is the same joker today with this group of jokers. But this is so many sankwas. They want to be president. This is the guy who had everything easy for him when it comes to NPP. Everything that he stands for in the NPP, even him being accepted as an NPP person, it was through illegality. So this guy crying default on NPP ni. Enti party nanka say Jimmy. The party itself has no principle because in default nano Bawumia na ye community party card. They themselves told us to say Bawumia was slotted into the party illegally. So why should this person be taken serious as a nation? Now Obia sorry say this person belongs to a group because the group does not even accept him as a party member. Party nanka sampo ehun se okamo. So why should the party even make such a non-entity, an alien, Sana America for Bekano, an alien, an important or an integral member of their party? Why should but the party is filled with foolish inner monkeys. Their inner monkeyism will allow them to make sure, say, an alien who has no legitimate right to be part of the party, who has no card, who has no reason to be part or lead the party, these group of foolish masses will line up like pigs and say, you the alien, come and lead us and make sure that people who have the right to lead the party will be sidelined. That is the NPP. The inner monkeyism is ahead of everything that they do. Inside and Adri Binino directs their party. The Adri Binino directs them individually until you see their actions, the things they say. You ask yourself, say, is this a political party filled with intelligent people? No. It's a party filled with people who have enshrined themselves in what we call unending mediocrity and then unending foolishness. That is the NPP. Anytime I say, inner monkey does not allow them. And finally, after they lied and lied and lied and lied, what happened? Yeah, Tuaba party did not have coalition center ever seen there. And I'll show you why. Party no intimate quality elections results no. Yeah, Tuaba munim se mo lose elections no. Among for the obokra ejina polling stations adiasa. Obu ha wo beka no. Obu ha bebi akoye polling agent na jata jina gate no. Obu ha onim se ehwa yesum. Enchire be twen na awe no. Ka kire nipa no say ye lose elections no. Still na akwawe Dennis Miracle Abuaja ne ni asese kotre na egu o. Dennis Miracle Abuaja okoye MCO se DC ye pam ne se kotre. Okowi ade enti ye pam no. This boy ejina homa peyi toto Jimmy ti se eye Richard Ahiagba ahunani Jimmy fo so ahunani o so de minim. Papa pejina obetuma wo Dennis. Party nti Jimmy nti na odinse gu na chi gina Dennis echi se ain. Kokachire the foolish masses say ye wini na obatampa Jimmy ne mama se Ford oba besia eja ne yire ni kunu ne ba wo fie draws se ne to abetena ode ne nsegu ne se ai Dennis kachiro mo tani aboa na nkofo we any small boy we gina ho eda hu twatro kire Ghana for any the foolish masses filled with inner monkeyism no say ye wini party no into ye wini elections no into nipa bi person mo say Ghana na abaywa wa o mo masa Ford 1979 de ejina nche de onsegu echi ahyeche say eche ntumi hya o mo maso say an kotwatro. And these fools are still not ashamed of this. Every single day they are telling us say you remfi we ochina yankoto abamomo no munye dey no mun sambra power for them to come and shit on us, for their inner monkeys to be exhibited to the power square of 33,000. These are foolish people. They are still in it. And this was all before elections and they knew, they have known from day one said the NPP are filled with foolish masses. Do Jimmy And it does not just end there. The way they see the NPP followers so much, they in their mind, Ghana for Jimmy. So when you hear an NPP person speak, when they speak, you sometimes ask yourself, now wait to Gary with fiança na oba. Into a power ya Koran you trying to bema. And I say we or your bar no sebio your friend no. Just say I say onye nipa, I say dying. They said all these things. Now there you say Mahamudu Bawumia Krabeji election 2 muno. Bawumia Beji 2 muno. Bawumia was still not honest with the people. You know how? The data from their own internal election coalition center. Where is the data? Omu calculated omu nya saying everything there. The data man has refused to speak on the data. The Lotto doctor is a good Samaritan. But today, the data man, who is a liar, has now become the devil's advocate. The data that was put together by their own internal party coalition center. Everything there, the data, and what does it say? Munya saying. And the whole party, led by ignorant jokers, even at the point where they've lost elections, were still lying to the foolish masses. The Lotto doctor is a good Samaritan, but this data doctor has become the devil's advocate. Tell us the coalition you did as NPP, as a political party in power. Your internal coalition data, no, what did you get in 9? They could not even collate. Till date, these jokers of human beings, this Obi say, oh, Kevin, it is not Bangladesh. This Bangladesh of jokers, this Barbadios Bangurus, these Bongalis Bongreses walking around and foolishly exhibiting idiotic tendencies, they still could not show us their internal coalition data. The Lotto doctor is a good Samaritan, but this data doctor is a devil's advocate. He is still lying, and he still does not want to come out and tell us, say, about when your internal coalition, the NPP. The NPP is a party filled with liars, criminals, and they still don't respect our intelligence. It brings me back to the question some people are asking. And now again, Kevin, condemn NPP. Kevin, can't some. Kevin, these NPP for so, or say, Jomu Yenina and Nehuamoto. 1 year ya John Mahama abine by and a dear na by a year. In the Kevin can be being chere. Yen you be omunim, but Tomon person will be say nim. Yen you be say, me wa platform, and so a platform is so to say Kevin Taylor. Into bed then a Ghana for whom dear John Mahama ye. Because yen you be bre a nyahon faso, a bed then a omuhum. Because me call live, nipa send a shame. Me call live, nipa send it to me. Na Kevin Taylor bano, me assure so benya buchama Ghana for whom for the past 1 year no. Nyo me be a John Mahama by a year. Right now we are seeing the positive and strides in the policies and actions of the John Mahama government. Now look at this. March. And NDC are buying within 1 year. 2025 budget, e-levy, betting tax and other to be abolished. As we speak, the NDC government abolished all these nonsense taxes. E-levy, ye kuhuntokwa ye boni patuo. NPP passe ye. The NDC government buy sa e-levy, sa electronic levy no we year through and they all sending momo to bank to phone and they until and we are back to the basics. NDC buy omo year through betting tax na boys and the Manchester winning at the daso over 2.5 for Ededaso, over 3.5 for Ededaso. Na Bawumia atna cabinet. Kennedy Japan mo Brian Champo mo can say yes. Eko tina parliament ka ye. Kennedy KB or ka ye. You have a betting tax and bra. Brian Champo KB or say yes. You have a betting tax and pay almost so. Mahamudu Bawumia a green light no. Ewo cabinet. Eka say mo fango Ghana for so. And this ya buy no. In less than a year, omo buy no mo ye den. Omo yi sa betting tax. Omuyi edien other taxes to say in wusie tax, emission tax. Omuji tax aji emission tax. Menoka say when you may be under 1 year John Mahama by ye a bar omu share Ghana for eka say when ema mo hochsemo when ema mo bre when ema mo mubi musika sama say ye be ye free ho. The NDC as a government led by John Mahama in less than a year omuyi sa taxes we nyina free ho. Also, NDC are buying by 1 year my day. We are talking about government allocate 684 million for teacher and nursing training allowance. Aban we buy na aban NPP aban Mahamudu Bawumia during campaign otwatra ma small girl because hey otrofo ututuntum aden na wuntua nurse for allowance wo se wetua or say NDC aban in less than a year omo buy no omo tua alawa na da ho ama nurse for 684 million Ghana cedis omo tua ye. These are some of the things aban aye ama nipa bi wan hen ha omo o say NDC aban aye den mame chiro the reason why John Mahama in less than 1 year the 1 year no Kufuor cannot do it in 16 years no ye papa Kufuor ye man 32 years the John Mahama ye no ye papa Kufuor on to me nye is a fact. And the Oma bloggers interview. Me say ya papa Kufuor say a man is 16 years. Adia John Mahama did 12 months. You know, ya papa Kufuor cannot do it. Make sure ana mubusa na NDC by no my DA. Make sure direct and indirect impact. Me you make sure the indirect and direct impactor. Aba ama Ghana funya hon faso. Now, we are also talking about the March. School feeding caterers welcome 2 cities for increase. Nana do dan kweku for the Bawumia NPP candidate Japan brand champion mutena bemu 8 years. Na enkwara yema omu less than 2 cities each child. NDC for ba bemu no munyan ready budget. Omu movie eye scano ko 2 cities. Wona wote asenkrigwa woso yo hini a won kano kore wabetena odi nkwasi asem ende wona na ko school first na aduane a odi no ende aduane na ko enim ayeye ende akore bia 2 cities aduane de ma ko school odidi wo school 2 cities na ban spending obse John Mahama ban ayeden John Mahama ban at change lives attach life to the core. And when we talk about governance and you be able to be adwuma e wa ban wa you and you be able to be adwuma won kan you be a otimi kroma yedo saa de we bi and tumi affect no positively into bi wo ha o mi kroma yedo e bi oni adwuma e kura se no wo nanso first no na school no ne ba ne ko school a eduane akwade di kura sebio yemfa manipa ende aban bi baaye na ondi afi baako oto eduane sikem ama ende akwade ko school akwade boss ma ende de eduane ne ye. That is governance. The governance, no, we call something rippling effect. Abani take a decision on Kanya. Esasa e woswa na edufie na obie nya ho faso. Eno na yeka se NDC aban abo adwuma aban papa na nie. Me kire 1 year no, the aban we aye ntia omo hia another 41 years more. You see 1 year kwaka 41 years. Again na NDC aban aye. We are still in April. Yaba April. Government launches free sanitary pad initiative to support school girls. And they atiha akwarabia wodru ne mpempen so obu ne nsa e wo Ghana okọ aban school bia no and the aban man sanitary pad free umpe we na opekaya motium na nka Samira ba omi onya saa anko be free child aba Ghana. Samira odu 14-13 anko onya pad e use for free ya anko be free child aba Ghana. There are so many people around the world, especially in Africa. School aduane ko bunya bindi aban tuma feed school for asama school for sanitary pad say Ghana for ma emfansie omo no be mansema na sebio emani nyini a omo nyamba more confidence. This is what a government does. A government that thinks about the vulnerable. Also NDC aban den 1 year. Do you know the number of emayua omo free every household? So udru bantama unim emayua omo free edan kran hundreds and thousands of children omunyenya free sanitary pad. Unim de John Mahama ye. Unim how are we free our force? Don't underestimate what this government has done in just 1 year. Me say Samira Chad anke che ye che pad free anko free child ba Ghana. Anka no ho bete wa Ghana. Mama maye nkoye nim. Me throw in 1 year the John Mahama aban ye. Me kaimo. And abaning ponya wie we just 12 months. Adia me came so far no 16 years. Ya papa Kufuor to me yet 16 years ago abozege and Kufuor they can't do this. Omu to me yet. Oma dwene no e try say be ya ebe blast any sa capacity no. Omu memory ni sa. Now, in April 2025, Mahama launches Mahama Cares, appeals to corporate Ghana for support. And woyɛ Ghana ni na wo yare akwankro cancer diabetes yare bia ɛyɛ bi wokɔ enko a John Mahama ate foto ato nti obi wo ha e bia ɔte asankregua obi wo ha ɔte bantama sewia obi wo ha ɔte ɛde afidwase yare bia bɔ ne mama ne maame ɛyɛ breast cancer ye ko enko ye ni sika Mahama de foto aba ende ɔmo dodo ɔmo asantime ɔmo to aba ma NPP no so ɔmo ye ɔmo nufu cancer to ma ometuma akɔ ɛyɛ de bibia friend Mahama case ne ye yi sika bi ne ye de ahwe ɔmo for free umpe we ya aban a abama Ghana for enye discriminatory John Mahama nka so etani nti or the Mahama case ko srem onka so e gonja ni nti or the Mahama case ko di krom or se Mahama case ne Ghana ni bia dia eye dehye bia or Ghana ni every citizen of this nation at this point yare kwankro wuntumi nkono fa wo asem ebebo efutuo we na futuo de beyi bia mawo na ye de aso yare anu amawo o se aban na ye den mo NPP for mo Jimmy aban ne ye kyekyere no Ghana na ye kyekyere no me kyere Ghana for mu after 1 year nyoma John Mahama de atoto akwam 1 year o onko 2 years enko 3 years enko 4 years me pese bi be ka ho ba mo yam di be ka ho enko 5 years enko me pese bi be ka ho mo me fancy ha now April still in April Mahama launches 1 million coders program to equip Ghanaian youth with digital skills. The last time, Communications Minister Kai, over 400,000 young people have enrolled. They are learning how to become computer efficient. They are becoming coders. We are building a new generation that we can inculcate, we can infuse into the new Ghana. This is a government that is looking at the old, the young, and even the dead. And ewufo bi okrampo a John Mahama aban sebio ende obi wo ha wo na japade senate ojato wo ya che de pepepe entokwansiye. This is a government in less than a year aka 41 years na NDC free power and the sanyoma a mechechire mu chirewe NDC tinemu 41 years only de besi Ghana aka 41 years o after NDC etwa 1 year pe aka 41 eduanan baako 41 years and sana NDC free power. The same April, John Mahama, NDC by 1 year na mechiro Mahama launches a Jumara program in Kumasi, near United Santimemu, and a John Mahama di Jumara by say, in Mebunu, Omukrobo SSR Sebio, two for Nanam, Nadesha, Dodo no bon and channel. Mahama said to be by a Jumara program, Omumra, now buying and form fans are the Jumum, a buying warmo. Sa dia we won pena opedien ye on mebunu bebre wo Ghana ende sa eye program we omdo mu agima aban ebo omo aka 41 years o se John Mahama abaye den o se NDC aye den me show the NDC aye and hundreds and thousands of free SHS for kra omo feli ejuma wura be absorb about 80% omo nya benyansa no juma o se NDC aye den. This is just 1 year pe Bosumi do mienu pe 12 months. Me jujam Yenra May ya. We are paying it all. Mahama announces 452 million in free tertiary fees for 156,294 students. John Mahama in less than a year. Students are call tertiary institutions bind their universities bind their nursing training bind their John Dramani Mahama bind etia fees mo first year nipa 156,000 unim asantefo ade show mu o si John Mahama ye den NDC by paade no ma ye o bodam kwasi ampenye wuti TV so kada John Mahama ye den o fa se enne ye tua the first year education nyina mani for free, second year or G loan, third year or G loan, technically free education in a tertiary institution. O busam say abana ye den o bodam mi gigam na Ghana for say na Kufuor don go to me we 2% and kwasi afo nka mo ma ne hwe akotene fie sanka mo masoa no e wa pakam de ne nambantema ye kire o man kire in less than 1 year we nyina akoso we nyina ye impactful interventions are bind the by and the Ghana for and enya ho faso we ja onti asie Moi, yenko enim in June in June, when a John Mahama buy construction begins on phase 2 of Blekusu sea defense. Monkonko here, Messiah can get me the video. Blekusu sea defense no insuo na kunipa pamunipa settlements in air diminish as we speak. Just in June, in less than a year, Blekusu sea defense project ejiremu de osi abana ye den. And here for na Ghana, the NDC government ain't to mean touch it. Chebi baby a buy way for Sankaye. In less than a year, where June. Also NDC abana ye den. Me chiro the abana ye. Me beso chiro beka se the maka nyina nya no kore. Eni ho. I want to come Ghana for besi wa buo. Omega so we change jentwie because o kan Psalm 14 verse 1. O se o jentwie ana okwasea na kasa onyankopon ni ho. Na yete die yenya nkwasiafo nti yedim se aban ne ye adwuma ogimifo nko na beka se aban ne ye den Bible kraka or say only a fool will say in his heart that there is no God okwasea na se ogigentwie ele beka na komem se onyankopon ni wo ye ne yenya ngigentwie yenya nkwasiafo yenim se aban ne ibo adwuma nti we will not be called fools yenim de ekọ ene yehu de esi ye can no correct us the Bible pia wo so odwan John Mahama ban 1 year, a Juma John Mahama abonye. And make us a metrama, they make can agoti bebre. Or say a ban na ye dang or dying. Young Queen, Mr. P. Mrs. If when you get Blekusu, let me know. Thank you, T. Now, June. Mobile data prices to fall. User to get more value. Sam George, Mukai. Sasem June. On to me yet. Nkwasiafo maybe go Twitter. Ghana opo omo akomedi omo pom go Twitter. Nkwasiafo nko a omo ko AI na omo ko chobrofo obo he omo boxes atu nyina atete ehiafo. Kwasi ebira na say on the last kobo be sumi no way aboba. I can take care of you like a dog. Small boys munya jantra for cycle di omo amoje sama bobra enwan. We can take care of you, your mother, your father. These are fools parading in Ghana ejibi for ma. Omo we fiefin Spanish for the gumu yere no so some penas for so ene omomo kwasia utisa ban utisa ban kwasia bada ha ema Spanish ni da no so ne na wo de kwasia se wawo wo de kwasia se wawo peje wa beti wo Ghana say you will see every tailor with my last coins kwasia what ya from in sota what tensuo ni sa ponjire ni ba wo anka ukopia Mozambique anka jata befia woni etoma jata ne we aboa woni apotwa se jantre ni baby we nipa fi we nyina gugu Twitter me say Mozambique na anka kopia ya jata bank so wutirim ni ato se woma se jata ne nche wonwe Ghana ne yejimi ne yeso so mwa so Ghana we are foolish and we entertain disabled children without due respect to disabled but some people deserve these words Ghana nipa bi wo ha sebio ya wo mo ho aka no obi de se Bulgaria kwasiampanyi Bulgaria o se Bulgaria disabled ya wo disabled for nim nyansa ya wo disabled for omo akọ school omo de boa Ghana ene wo disabled kwasiafo ni bi de se Bulgaria ene sa kwasiabo ya na ni apotwapochi ni ti se de ye de ne je awo Mozambique no na kwasiafo nyina ye hwemo ye adwuma mo nkwara brem anya adwuma ya papa no ye ya anka so to mo so kun mo to twene I will use my last money to sue this guy. Munkwara brema nya Ghana for na ye adwuma ma asene tisika anka mo anka so to mo so manka mo wi. Nwan. Mu data ko form and the Ghana Libyan complaining of data. Data no say ko form aban ni dwuma odi no say NDC ayeden. Kwasi ati radio station. Enye data anka on to me Facebook. And ya two data so nti odwan to say what Kumase also na pa one petition better radio say movement TV enye data na ne bo fo a ko odwan ka better TV so say oh yeah movement TV mo hu fin sa apofi. I keep telling you people me say Ghana no NPP for Jimmy o their job NDC aban ye no omunim said they are not coming back to power. It's going to take them another 40 years to come back to power. And there's a reason to be a mekasa asem no. Oh, sorry, team. Sorry. Send me. Okay, besides I have it. Now, moment twaso. Na munhu de NDC abaye. Odwan bi busa say e na NDC abana ye. Ene ye kire wo no. Now, yen rem ndwan. Where are you fa? Where ye okay, jumewura. we say wine we okay tertiary we say wine we Blekusu yenra June. All right, now yenra July Mahama launches 24-hour economy and export program, pledges private sector leadership. 24-hour economy, no, it has been launched, and some government institutions and private entities have started. They are rolling out slowly. Kwasievi and a 24-hour economy way. Go to the port and go to passport office. Go to some government institutions. 24-hour economy is running. Modi amaji minti and into NPP ni betina parliament or betina TV so policy. Where Jimmy? What is policy? What is policy? And they are saying kwasiafo bi ti Adom FM. And a policy, and I'm saying policy tiasie, inflation tiasie. Jimmy Fona, ya go motunsuo no betina TV so say ya journalist for. And the NPP Jimmy policy. What is policy? What is policy? Oh, yeah, the policy about policy and the policy na ma dollar no ababedu 11 no policy. Policy no. Yancho the policy. Munte policy as you do a measure policy. Kwasiafo, this 24-hour economy, it is working. DVLA, 24 hours. Koho. Kone new number plates. They are rolling it out. Go to Temaport, 24 hours. And I do 2 o'clock near you container. Go to passport office, 24 hours. Or dying. Yambrambe gun sawo menshianga se ye frantuma answer on 24-hour economy yejuma. And I'll be maybe menshianga to na anadu ye to di asem no 24-hour economy yejuma. Adana mumu bi jimi sa 24-hour economy e bo ejuma. They are rolling it out slowly. Weja yantiasie obeye den na obeye den na for Jimmy Trans na tie me obeye den foko na untumi nye obeye den na den pa na obeye Manchester sashe into den na obetuma ye into untiasie de den Facebook yenjiska YouTube yenjiska TikTok enwanguo ko bia bi na ko papa ho o bodam untumi hwa akotre fie ye jitwem ama Ghana fo hu no kura no na ma me chewa de. This is another one. Government to build 24-hour markets. 24-hour economy. No, they are going to build 24-hour market in all 261 districts. Local government minister. It is slowly. The last time I went to the central region, Mankesim for Omar locating a land for them. They are preparing. There are so many districts almost started to prepare the land for 24-hour markets. Ujain and Ohono. Kufuor woman deal with 40 years old to me yet. Baomia or Jimmy on to me minutes idea week. And kwasi afọ ma kakende di bare champon o ma dwene no capacity no memory ni swa 24-hour market every district they are now preparing it. John Mahama has time. Say John Mahama etumi esi 20 pokeke 24-hour market. John Mahama is the king of Ghana politics. Say John Mahama to me see 20 pokeke is okay. In yan yetia na mbeka so mbesi 88 hospitals. Yes, I tell you, Yamaka is 111-333-666. Ejimi for went to see hospital bako. In Kamwa, you could not build one hospital. The mobile two you could went to me in 9 Yamamu Dembium. Yanyamu one Gasamukro Santimemu. Hospital mobile two regional hospitals in Yambua went to me. Amo 2 Fan Kumanko Jayarsa. Mo minister mo MP John Kumawu owu te sa akokɔ because hospital papa mo beto ya mumbie no ntumi mbie man say nwan ya nyamo den Ghana na ye modia ye chichire Ghana also nti ase o bodam 8 years one beto si ase hospital bia no keke na dipa nkom ajantra fo na mudi gu omo so sikawia nipa kum enkwasya keka stupid discrimination any jimi any enkwasya keka abaya mumbu na monchechire ma na bude ya hensam na yetuma wi a ejimi fo yentam Ghana mamo na mo ze Ghana yekoko wo pra so he mama mani pambu fu bi ejina mo kon so inwan mo besi 111 mo angasa mu kuro mo ntuma si hospital asanso buache wan na fu se de ochechire kenten ewo na nkwa banchire why ne fu said your chichiri kenten ewo binsre Jimmy abegina o say na ekwan ne ye ba santime mu no president man nyamba mo anya beifu a mumu bi mo anya beifu a na mo nyankopon o de odwan toilet na ball mu ayede na wo MP ye kwan ba ukurom na wo de Jimmy aye wo fu se kenten akaka che president say man nyamba se mo anya mumu bi mo anya beifu a na de odwan bi ni na ball mu e de nkwasi asem no ye nya de ebiem ntiansan be pa achew emeto sebe na ya de sebe ne be sa na masa ekuru no omodwa boy wey untumi nye foko ade na abaye na wo be betuma hwemanim me tell the John Mahama abaye July ne wo no yenko August nko September wedwa tena ho Mahama launches no fee stress policy enti sa enkwara na otuo mu nyina school fees 1 year no and or launching no in July and akora bi okọ school first year biara ontua odwan NDC ayeden owo fast go school first year or tech 1 year ni ontua school fees wa wonuma petitia be say na NDC ayeden odwan me sure the NDC aye ofui now hwa bibi ana ma kire obibi aka ho Mahama launches gold board task force with stringent oversight measures and the gold board in a the gold board is working. And Sibia na value your cocoa, you protect your cocoa, and you protect gold. Near to Kroma na Gabi or Chidako for Oforiata, Bedietuo, Kufuor, Bawumia, Samere, and the Sankwas na Makano. Omutam your gold, your good dealing in some of the Jersey Shores in 9. Adenya, Ejapadia, Yakoton, Omunya or Hinibia Wabon is gold. Eke Kankwasi Asam, near to Ghana, just say Ghana, you'll be papadia. Hey, would you see a refuge, Mwana? In 9, would you see a refi NDC ayeden and the gold board na abano and as we speak today, Mama Chobibi. And I'm not going to go far. The last time I told you, make a must say, Ghana na John Mahama echichire no. Plan na John Mahama echichire Ghana no. Uni experience na uni akoma pa untumi mfanye. Kufuor on any group no muni experience. 2, now muni akoma pa and a 3 no mu Jimmy. And it's not basic things that they were supposed to get right. They couldn't get right. Tie. Abanche governance, especially in Africa and especially in Ghana. So unya kumapa na unimu nyansa. Na se unye ready a untumi nchichire man no. Kufuor do unya kumapa on the group no. Na unimu nyansa. And no ma say Jimmy. And it's not basic things. You to meet na Ghana. Na ba umia besi kaya ye hostel e won crime. No akosirema ko campaign aka chom so de mpuntuo beba na sa eye kaya ye hostel na wesi no o se siremfo nkwara embra medem no mmeso aso akanfo ne nkranfo nyoma ba omia ne mentally o okay enjam ka so omu NPP omu so omu jimi omu nyina no mabodam NPP omu so omu jimi omu nyini through 18 trust per mabodam uye teni obeto sada oni Kufuor oni Kennedy oni Brandon Champon oni Country oni eyede Kobre Japan mo beto ade e friend sada mo ka che gni Ghana fo nyina se sada no aden sada no de sada no NDC ntuma anye mo ba na mo change di ni ko NDA wo tani ba wumia oni na na Kufuor tena cabinet change di no e na odu nua ba akoto so over 500 tricycles e na ma sami awuku eni kojo pon ko abese sa tricycles ni free stream e na mo de ko edi kwa asante bem kwache ma asantefo edi kowfo ene edi ekuapemfo ena omo faaye ena siremfo no nnua ene dwumadie ni nyina no yesenya atani aboa te se manaza azuri beka kire Ghana fo se wehu sa confirm tu nanka wo ne ba wo mia ne azuri nanka o se de mu bokeje tia ye de mu san homa so de bokeje tia na emmoa awem nam o azuri ne ba wo mia ena mu ja siremu ho ena NDA ni guye ena sada ni nyina guye ena mo saba nkran wo ne wo yere samere ofri Chad odi 13 years no on use to diaper a sanitary pad da Ghana no behu sanitary pad mo bedru nkran na mo be si dan won kran say eho ena ntafo nkra no emfri nkran emfri srem embeda ho nso aso anwoma uwie na one samere efa plane ko srem Ghana Air Force plane say mo koye campaign say omontoma mo na mo mabobodam mabobodam mo so na no pa mo hwia dwonso ansa na mo pia bontene. Are you people stupid? Na ufri srem na wabe sika ye hostel won kran no na hostel usia mankokọ usia masremfo nkwa aso mumbedem na omumbedem no munya dan munim nyansa ade chin ya yemfa Ghana nhye won sa we dey bo wejimi God board is working. God board is working seriously. Mr. S, thank you very much for bringing this in. Gold board is working and yenya value for our gold yenya some faso your dollar ya aye stabilized the gold in internet dollar ni jina na aso any modern money policies adwene papa bi ni nyanse bi ntina nde ama dollar ni jina na aso odwan munya opportunity ni bontuma anye kojo pon kroma e che wo hu oba sere ho na ne kote jina so oso onim nyansa che wo bi ande oni nanim economy Upon kroma eche we hu oba tuntum sere ho na ne bema gina so se mosi ni kuraba abofunu time our power no wentumi anya den wentumi enhu se ubetumi solve dollar problem intervention inti anya den yentam Ghana ma na fa kwa galamsey upon kroma eche we hu oba akokọ sere ho na ne bema tuam yentam Ghana ma 8 years otena Ghana information minister dia minister we hu send $1 ne beba 11 udu Jimmy beka che se ene de wo hu nyansa na first na wo yeden na wo tompono ewo Kazakhstan o bodam upon first na wo tompono o Kazakhstan nti na wo refi de obeye ana mo gisi nyina ye Jimmy te se che ma huntumi ohun na ma me ko we nam dwedwe bibi mu nkyerɛ wo yenwie yo yenwura September kra mo refi we o se NDC abana yede aboafunu what wuntumi radio eti wuntumi TV makane gina so John Jinapo we have dealt with doomsaw in Ashanti region why na ye bema otua dua ne bema ye adwuma o se already osore no pa ne bema siso ya Asantini a obetube pagya ni saka se doomsaw wa Asantememu why na ye bema wa Asantememu why na bema otua dua a osore no pa na otini ni mu a ne bema gina so se mosi ni bibi se obetube bie na no aka se kane gina so wa Asantememu mo NPP for mo ye musuefo and Asantemai kan ye gina so otumfo na koma mboni bri yeti kroma no otumfo ka kire se ne fridge nyina asai every say ne nananom party NPP na sebio ne nananom teye no omo ye nkwase apafo omo ma nkane asai ne fridge and entafo awonafo krobofo eye infantefo party ne baaye no and sa party na ma otumfo kan ye gina so na ende otumfo hu mahama na osere a odwen se enye ne de na kumbe mu na ye ne David otu kwan pen ene ti otumfo ba wo North Carolina ene abrofo ba nsua ade na oba na make say Kufuor the best any future or did the free SHS beku no won ye free SHS ya da do kwase adi matem no ende otumfo ba e North Carolina ne abrofo ma esua ade e ma oba ba no ende me no kasa na dwi esinechi etew oba wo se otwea begu so efise na wagimi na make say free SHS na asai mo ma Kufuor free power na enya ne ye wo se won tie ase odwan me say why na ye bema wa Asantememu onpegya ne nsa o radio so ne TV so ka se sia de kanea ne nyina so kanea nti nwan te samu bitumi tena radio so ka se ene aban na ye den ye dwudwam she opa de aban na ye me kire de aban na ye a obuofu na obuofu no menya den nti menyai otumfo kra hwe me wo se menyai ofui yenko yanim. Now look at this. Just see, you're right here. You're right July. You're right. Okay, you're right September. President Mahama launches big push. Cut sword for Dawenya, Ayukuma, Dodoa, and Tema Aflao Road Project. And the Hediakos Ghana of Anko in Sanwem Express. Just Hediakos Ghana. Ghana is under construction. Hediakos Ghana. Okay, yes, Abane Yeden. Krasini. NPP for nkurase for ma aban na yeden mo ntuma anya na obi ya mo so mo mpene ye nye ye mpene make sure Ghana for the aban na ye the whole country and ye obi akwan nkron kitin nyina ye obi akwan wana ye be ma wa Asante wana ye be ma wa Ghana wana ye be ma wa NPP mo onim nyansa obetuma ka se we obetuma aye mo ntumi anye ye party na ntuma anye wega into by day nanka ompese be kan sem we akire no nanka NPP was no nanka so ka no kra kire omo sanka ompese be tin sem we ya time na achechide ne te so no na abozigidi nachi Kennedy muji contract Brandy Champa muji contract country muji mi omo nanka so mo ka no kra kire omo say hey muji mi munya de Ghana for pe nwan motena oso so omo nkwase asem so ne ye boni patuo ye je pension ne fosika PDS ne ye wei na galamsey na motewo obu be kwasiafo na ende ye ka no kura na chane yi benato ncha ubu ofu mimu ade uni mimfie 1982 1983 1984 1969 na mo around 69 70 71 72 na mjinem me wona afentra 69 na mjinem so ende na mema mu date no 70 na mjinem 71 na oje se mswa me wona afecha wo maame me wona afecha wo papa ntra. Can we tell a small boy, hey, me menya basabasa, me nyanyoma rough. Me nyanyoma ne bia omunye nintina say, well, small boy, uti pa me. 79 na me jinem, uti pa me. 79 na me jinem. Tamani a hwɛ Senegal 92 na mo bebre ye wo mo. Abedi Pele 86 82 86 na mo ye wo mo. Kwasiafo ye ka Ghana ye hu aban wo nyini kyɛn 79 ne agyinam 1970 78 79 ne agyinam ye hu ne afentra ye hu na afenti ne ye gyina ha hu ye simple sad we a small boy we Kevin tell us so we tip enemy 79 na me gyinam calculate me age aka krab no be 52 abuofunu oteto waka say we dey akwara na we a small boy ye company some we do Jimmy to wo ma dey wo ye yani enum red ye enum ankwase apetition nta me sa anyama me num da me see so me num Ghana alcohol bi ada apart from club me num Ghana alcohol bi ada and you can ask my best friends me tasty bi da me dey dey nkwase ansa na mo dey hye wo hye ntabuom na mo de eyi apetition frafra me num sansa bi wo Ghana da mo sa mo nkwase ansa no me see so me prema ni pa upe prema for mo start ball earring ni ade ye prema for pa ba sa mo nkwase red ni wi ni eye mo petition me testi sa anyama ni bi da wo anti na mo hum sam ye small boy no hwe 79 ni agina mo the first time I'm organizing embassy pleasure me kobi yen cancel ye the video chiro about say yes the first embassy pleasure me in Ghana KK the mobile me kobi unim de ese o Ghana o dwan ye ka Ghana ya tena Ghana ye nim de ekọ ya tena Ghana ye nim de ekọ ugina kan say we the small boy Kevin Taylor me hwe na mo ye me sere kwasiafo small boy Kevin Taylor me say first embassy pleasure because testima I have origin that time na friend sunyane me pese me bom dina kire mo nim de ekọ first embassy pleasure na me girem na mo nim time we start here first embassy pleasure by ye na start first traditional dance and sane ba edien kundum dance and sane ba hip hop and sane ko disco mo embassy pleasure by na mo kwasiafo na yatetia na ene ye boa Ghana was a small boy me hu afenti small boy me a nice boy nti small boy odwan 79 na wen mame komenim wedwa na hwa second one no government raises prison feeding fee from 1 cedi 80 pesos to 5 cedis after 15 years or say aban na ye den Mahama aban na ye den odwan and agrada 85 cedis a day under Mahama odwan opedi ebiem Kumasi Central Eden prison amount for 5 cedis a day enkwasiafo we betena so Kufuor say or a human rights lawyer ye hu certificate be sin there ejimifo na prisoners Ghana ni bia di less than 2 cedis in less than a year and the prisoners 85 cedis a day what okwasi ato say aban na ye den na we jim na won sada o de esho dem rifemu a aban ntam sika be hwe wunsem take advantage of the policies. Now, if prisoners are taking advantage of the policies and it's benefiting them, now would Jimmy to us say abana a day. Agrasco and every morning 5 cities, afternoon 5 cities, agrada every day 5 cities. Menoka say and agrada 85 cities a day, 50,000 Ghana. Those times 5,000 Ghana. Agrada nkwa okona ya agrada eduane a vegetables kakra guha, beans kakra wa ha, kusuada ha. Yatimo ena ope wache anase ope kohwa agrade aduane ene fa balanced diet we jimi nti wunim balanced diet. Balanced diet is a diet that consists of all the essential food nutrients in their right proportion tikosua ba kutua ha beans wa ha ye de enam kakra toa ya ma na mo kakra ene de cabbage gu mfimfin ene asama no ye de calipo mo nkwase calipo no ye de ba ku esi nchen agranko a aboa panaye. President Mahama launches sanitation day, calls for collective action. NPP by sanitation day and yet Ghana kakra. Yes, Ghana every other month biano. NPP Jimmy for by no see a chum. Ena Omekache say they will make Accra the cleanest city in Africa. Kufuor agove near Ghana. Yeah, nyati dear president. You free abem. Na sisila da pay wie sike nyina. Omu free abem. Na omu wie sike nyina na omu made for cross e wie bi. And John Mahama as I introduce what we call National Sanitation Day. And kakra ekuro no ye titim ye nyina ye communal labor kakra Saturdays bia na ye hia na atete gatem the best MP abewu so oye sa anyomanya no ko regional minister Ashanti regional minister or the KMA boss Zuba or Sespak Ashanti regional minister Zuba Sespak FKK or dress not taki about the Sespak na da ho akwaye training Zuba no Zuba na na oboase o ono so no ejuma Shaft FM na papa small boy no Zuba King Zuba ono so the radio diggers so Zuba kokro visa Zuba ta oboase girls pa okwa say King Zuba nie pa King Zuba is that we jai Ashanti regional KMA boss King Zuba our low mix bi o sa King Zuba nie azan mix bi and satana yi na ba fa wo che de wo wiem kuchu this is asem mini the King Zuba na girls Zuba no about choba utia Zuba said we scarf Zuba odini dinner now Zuba is why nice man Zuba they say obadwuma King Zuba me hu na me ni age say mini po minim no long time yeah King Zuba allo Shaft FM allo bi de bia okuta file uncle dem King Zuba so a very forceful guy me kai say around 2010 me ne ka cover the Ashanti regional minister that time I used to work at Ecstasy Radio na me ne Erastus and ho na me ne Lexus Bill na me ne DJ Slim na me ne a whole lot of people near Ecstasy, and then I was covering one regional minister he was making rounds those times. And I can Zuba na oka allo ye ko na journalist for aba satabu hia I ho chiri general kompa you could pen and paper you got your report King Zuba na go jiska no be chesole no King Zuba on any regional minister satabu regional minister and the King Zuba na say you stand here you are from where no ateke utumi bobi bi also your name is not here go sasika King Zuba nenia din rough King Zuba nie Sespak King Zuba so benya power o fi mi biemo also from you me feel o King Zuba or you listening where are you from me so I'm from Exodus okay you join hey Kevin how are you Mr. Good onim papa nti dia onim papa small boy na my journalist to question hey where are you from so we are from Solid FM bang your name is not you go and tell your editor so your name is there I see we are Zuba na be chesole no hey King Zuba or your hard guy we feeling rough and then me who no boy dwuma wa Ashanti region rough and then o kenye na onyade oba pamon on emfa no ho untumi nya no foko odina kwa ade mekoda na ho oba kasa so kasa ye dina na ntumi nya no hwe Zuba se obuade okoka chena na se Zuba apam wo fudwoma Zuba ba oba be cheche ma chena na nya no hwe enti wo ya de ye ne ye na Zuba oba pamon Zuba ono no ka siwa wofo no oni so bi pam ni papa obetuma be gina gatara ho obekra mu nyina agu gatem unim Zuba the tima de rough enti mo ma Zuba adwuma ne nyamre no so ma adwuma ne nyamre mamo osibu ntu firi kwan no ho eno ano no ade ba kwa Zuba mpense obehye soja fo atade because o sha ntumi kika nhyem na nka munim ade obehye soja fo atade do obeye bokegeti ho no we de ende oba santime mu ati nice Zuba nti oni KMA regional minister these two guys they are good rough KMA boss Zuba no homo Zuba no homo me se me feel adwuma na nya kiss nya wo dia Zuba zata no DJ Zuba no kind news or say DJ or say producer Deepa Bako 1,000 say radio na we donate cheska it Zuba no tu nyina no da ho Zuba tubo tu kura no bo reggae Zuba on ko fie koda King Zuba nie amanfo da na Zuba da ho radio say na Zuba e mo den into a first one anopa no say envelope ba on the budget first because on koda Zuba wa bra rough munja Zuba no nyere djuma King Zuba no or a hard working guy on the time we after 40 years so na asantima to say UK munim Zuba obebo KMA boss na djuma na che na you so be free on and say hwe o bodam mahama feeling rough obeye KMA boss a che ono mpe bribe on pe hwe adwuma nko a ono oye adwuma robot you efria bibia nye clean na ba eno ano no obeti kuro nim obegigi revenues internal generated fund obegigi obebo adwuma wa ya che enye ne no start here where they say communities King Zuba no Sespak no now my mentor adebo ade ko enim mimini mobia o Zuba all the way akwabo adwuma now there's another one here November and this abana eden President Mahama launches Nkukwo Nketenkete initiative and efie bia bekombia Nkukwo and amanfo he abrochire ye na tete abrochire ti baby papa no Kambekasi bizubinka. Yene ati abroche na yeti expensive areas no. Yeni wo chance say betuma nya nkokɔ. Na nka oba me area ha nka obi abanya nkokɔ. Abrochire yeni yentumi nya nkokɔ na Kenya kan nkokɔ ketekete bebi wa ha hwɛ. Bebi ametire skafo area nti untumi nya nkokɔ. Na akɔ bebi ti sɛ bebi omwo na. Nkokɔ abrochire fo kɔ nya nkokɔ. Bra abrochire behɛ. Bra abrochire behɛ. Nkofo nya nkokɔ obu fie. Oti Ghana say nkokɔ ketekete and Ghana young people are making money out of nkokɔ ketekete. John Muhammad ba ye NPP pro. Yentiase nkokɔ ne de ende kɔ amanfo onye sika. Ade a enye sika wompa ntentem nkokɔ, tomatoes, ginger. Wodua toast mimi se meyefu a menyefu eche. Mimi ni akomantimi ntumi nye kokofuo. Mini akomantimi nye eye kubefuo. Mimi ni sa time no. Ene yesi we de ebedi new kube bi aba ebedi 3 years. Mo am 3 years no me dua tomatoes. Manye nkokɔ, ana me dua ginger. I fast ni etwa. Mimi ni time a makodua eye kube na me 3 years. Na 3 years no me wu Me na I say I me nyesa efuo di bio na we de oyo koko fuo me koko me pepa eye phobia me ni je ho koko efuo sika wom me ni abutre ntimi nye koko efuo an because me ntimi twen 6 years sese beba na me anasa na me refi me efuo no me dwene ntime bia me ye efuo we na me refi na me kwade foforo so bia me efuo ne mra no koko de so no na me ni ho na kwase ampai me so pro de nwura ma ka se koko ni ame dia mempe ntimo amu akoma no munye koko no me se me pefuo ntime me pe ginger ekoko ketenkete tomatoes fast ye dua ya yekoda ba ya na de ache ne etwa pa de yehye ne ye sika ye gie dwa ye ne ye de no ntimi say me menyafuo a fuo tententi da na wofafuo de na wofafuo de 6 years na kubedi banyino 6 years na sese na no biamo na me rebo afufuo no me ana me koma Tahiru me ne Tahiru drop business plan Tahiru ya ani ase ekodua cashew wo srem Tahiru you fucking guy Minute Tahiru and the tenancy 2 guys and your far pen are they scratch for your drop plan or the plan we buy say phone a kesini and ye ska oh Tahiru is kakasia by I'm this kakasia by and Tahiru say odun kwa na akosire da memi ko sire mu da okoye cashew na ba Pento Tahiru ofri tumu and I memi fra ye odo me ya mfantini na mama ya hunani madam for pa no oba ye ka oba America oba kache be America say ye nkoye cashew fu tumu ofri tumu that guy no. And I'm saying no problem. You know, bogus. And I'll see what you discuss it by or the euros thousands beba and I'm the dollars thousands beba and you kaboom. And I'm saying there and also one don't bit to my court to move because we have visa. Mini visa go to move to one or the visa, but I'm saying don't court to mumra. And I quit so why cash with food da. And I'm so okay. Into 1 year by and I'm so cash also cash there and 8 years and I'm saying Tahiru so and also okay cash that 5 years and I'm so and also the monitor by 2-3 years and I'm so okay mate on the determine cash no year on benyini and I'm so no problem and I'm so bibi because oh you say there would be ma and I feel there me no boga bisro no and man come as you punch me so boga so how far cash so it go on just that some 1 or 2 things we know the cashew if you know there people will go steal and things you know how it them so una ko sire me ko sire mu da afei one day we go cut cashew as about the bofu why they do this you are my yenya ne ko cashew dey na fam cashew no wan ya bofu u free tumu ana me free awuna memu yenya be investment na cashew na kodi ukrom akodi ukrom tumu na me cashew na me nko ho a o se ani krom no me mitumi ba ho na den na me hia visa and I'm so u free Burkina na u free tumu ana u free Ghana and also no anka so free Ghana and also no free Ghana na u free tumu a me hia visa se me ko tumu san and also no anya sa na te no ni kro no ene Burkina ne boso pa te se edu anopa kura na ohuru enim na ohwe nso na egu Burkina enti me hia se me de visa stay do se me na ka jem ebe sin de me hu cashew no sika ne wife enti me pese me pe ne wife asempa me respecting the wife and the bad boy and very nice boy I enti ama mitimi nka ehye me ho but mitimi nka Tahiru I me here visa antama batumu but it's all good but they go on kitikiti no that is what Mahama has done nipa bebre and me no ka say sankofo bebre omu nyina eye nko kitikiti a ekoso aban no ebo adwuma now it's basically say ya ka eye NDC aban no 1 year no ade a oma ye ani dwuma oma bo no adwuma ma ba no eni se ofui bia gina baby ka se na NDC aban no den na omaye 1 year no na ma kire mu bi ni omaye ni nyina has impacted lives nipa bebre nya ho mfaso. Now mama kire onyoma bi a NDC aban ya in the history of Ghana no ana nipa bi wa mo yedwuma mo nkasa na nse meti sankofo bi ti eye insura interest rate inflation masa wankasa beso gituma Ghana yesikasem ekoyie. Now I spoke on this issue a few months ago about, and the Abeton said, Bank of Ghana hints at replacing foreign reserves with partial gold investment. Mekache Bank of Ghana say, my little knowledge about gold, and then they say, we need to make sure say what too much gold yense sabi into dollar. Na yenya day, yen kipi eye ebi. My argument was that say yen to mean trusty a world market of anything now in this world. Right now, nobody can tell me say they can predict the price of anything in this world. Now, if we cannot predict the price of anything in this world, then it means to say we also have to be cautious in investing in anything in this world. Now, it means to say we cannot put everything in one thing. What we need to do in a moment where everything is not consistent, where we cannot rely on the system to know, say, in the next 6 years, 2 years, 5 months, the price of gold is going to be this, or the price of the dollar is going to be this now, then we need to be proactive. How? One basket. So I told the Bank of Ghana, if we are making enough gold now as a nation, yan copy a gold, no. Now you're making sure excess na you will turn it into a dollar, because when you pick gold and dollar, the depreciation of the dollar and gold, Sausha they interchange. Dollar cost mana gold cost dollar bafom. So if we want to always be in the market and we want to keep our economy stable, some crazy shocks the scale will tilt in a way we will struggle to balance it out. Then we need to have enough gold and also at the same time enough dollar. Now, if we have too much gold and we think say we have some gold to a level here, let us cap it. Yekasa capita. Ebia your ankre gold ma. Sebio your target say ankre no e do 70% you enough gold. Now say ankre do 100%, what we have to do is say 70% gold yen kipi 30% in the dasono yen into dollar. Now from the Bank of Ghana. So in case say gold price is short here, we have enough dollar to do what? To come and replace that space, So it is basic economics. Now the Bank of Ghana is thinking of doing that. And I think I'm going to take it too long to do that, because you cannot. You see, the prices of gold, it cannot be predicted. And so Big Baby Catcher will say they can predict the price of gold. And I've seen a lot of people make arguments. Oh, right now, when you go around the world, majority of the countries are now buying gold. Now, let me tell you something. It does not matter the amount of gold you buy. Gold, at the end of the day, you will need dollar to buy gold. That is a fact. Nobody is buying gold with water. Nobody is buying gold. When we get to that point where we are not using dollar to buy gold, then we will think of using other tenders to buy gold. But as we live now, every single gold anyone purchases, or the dollar netto. So why are we not making sure say we have enough dollar, enough gold to protect us? You cannot write off say gold, right now, we know majority of the countries in the world, they all are here, they are going in for gold because it's the new thing. Everybody wants to have enough gold, but nobody is going out for gold or buying gold with water. Every single person is buying gold with dollar. So why don't you have dollar? Let's get to that point. When you get to the river and it becomes murky, we will find a way to cross it. So a true point to be, now we are going to buy gold digitally. We need to also conform to the digital world and buy gold digitally. But as we speak now, every single person is buying gold. Every single country is buying gold with dollar. So we need to have some decent amount of dollar sitting in our reserve. We cannot just sit there and say, most countries are asking for gold, so we should also not sell our gold. We are not saying, all the gold should be sold. We are saying, if we are able to get enough gold and we have excess, why don't we sell the excess and make it into money? Because at Temesi, na ye pese ye kodi ja, yen tumi fa gold in kodi ja. we will need dollar. We cannot carry gold and go exchange because Arabian kodija, a British kodija, now our excess gold. You don't expect the person to take your gold. They are going to ask for something which is not gold. Now, what are you going to bring? So I'm not saying we should have dollar. We should have reserve. So the idea of Bank of Ghana thinking of investing your forex, a lot of our dollar, enter gold and turn it into dollar. I think I agree with that, and I expect the Bank of Ghana to quickly start doing that. If the future NOB cano, the future of the dollar is not stable, we understand. Now, if the future of the dollar is not stable, what do you want us to do? You want us to burn all the dollar and go buy gold? And who are you going to trade with? Now, you are telling me the future of the dollar is not stable. I get it. Now, currently, as we sit, the world still dealing in dollar. So what should we do? Should we go buy, change our dollar and go buy gold and come and keep at the Bank of Ghana? Now, your transaction, because the Arabians have too much gold. The Chinese have too much gold. The British have too much gold. The Americans even have too much gold. Let's get to that point whereby we get to the point where everybody is saying, we are not going to use dollar to trade again. We are going to use gold. Then we know that is what we are doing. But as far as we are still using the dollar, we still need dollar as a backup, whether you like it or not. I like this idea. And I want to say, I agree 100% with the Bank of Ghana capping our gold. Yemfa excesses no enkoto dollar. Yeti kromha every single day. Dollar number form. Maintain sa boga biya kasa pound number form. Yeti kromha debia dollar number form. Maintain sa boga biya kasa euro number form. It means whether you like it or not, the dollar is still strong. The dollar still commands. Until the dollar is dethroned, until we get to know, the dollar at the end of the day, it is worth nothing. That is when we can say, okay, then whatever is in there, we should sell it for gold. But as we speak, the dollar still controls the world. So let's not kid ourselves and make it look like, gold is controlling. Gold does not control. So let's have a 50-50. In fact, I'm not even saying a 50-50 thing. Let's have about 30% dollar sitting and about 70% of gold sitting. That's all that we need. If we can have 60-40, we have 60% gold sitting there. Now you have 40% dollar in cash sitting there. We are safe. Wherever the ship tilts, we are good. We should stop doing this kind of economics. Baumia etam gold go ship him or sefako Dubai koto oil or free. Now the gold ni go ship muno edia kodo uko do na ga some pay gold no. Now you see ano obeton at their own price because you cannot go and bully the Arabians with gold. They have enough gold. So why are you not using the dollar that at least everybody accepts? At least you can negotiate around. So Bank of Ghana hints at replacing foreign reserves with partial gold investment. I support it. And you see, Mamika Bibin Chiramo, the governor of Bank of Ghana, let us be honest here. You governance upon governance. Now, let's put emotions aside. The Bank of Ghana governor, Dr. Isiama, is working. Let's be very honest. Now, the kind of things our man we through his leadership, it may sustain this economy for a year. And obviously, there are other factors that helped him to get to this point. But you need leadership that at the end of the day know what they are doing. Because at a point, near Governor of Bank of Ghana, we had other sectors who were basically working with him. Addison, Yaboka over 60 billion in just a single year. We had the Bank of Ghana governor in the name of Addison. Dollar could do almost 18. There was a governor at the point we could not predict the dollar in 24 hours. But let us put our politics aside. The honest truth is the governor of Bank of Ghana is basically changing the narrative. He is working. Let us, and you see, I'm one person. I don't want to give credit to one person, but sometimes some people, they do exceptionally well that you need to credit them for the work they have done. For 11 solid months, 11 straight months, inflation has dropped. It has declined. Jack, this is not a joke. Now, when somebody says, the Bank of Ghana, they are pumping dollar. No, the initiative. You see, when they say policy, it is thinking through something and acting on it. The acting on an intention, the acting on a vision is policy. Now, for him to even think through something to act on for the thing to bring positive results, it means whatever policy he's been putting in place, they are working. So for 11 straight months, now say inflation is declining every month, and we are at single digits. Massa, it is not a joke. Let us not underestimate the job this Bank of Ghana governor is doing. It is not a joke. And I'm catching NPP before say, now why didn't you think? Why were you not able to also put your thinking caps on to do what Esiama is doing? It means if even Esiama is pumping dollar into the system to stabilize the city, at the end of the day, some thinking has gone through it. Some thinking has gone in it. That is why today we have seen inflation for 11 months going down and down and down and down. Today, you have a single digit inflation. The guy is working. Let's be honest. You might not like him as a governor, but as a businessman, through the inflation, it is helping your business. You are making profit. And that is what we want people are. Bank of Ghana. Under this guy, the city has stabilized. Stability has been restored. And Mekachiamu said, under Kufuor, there was nothing like rational governance or regular governance. What we are seeing is how governance is supposed to be. What we are seeing, what Bank of Ghana is doing, is what regular, reasonable, intelligent governors do. You stabilize the city. As we speak today, under his leadership, the city has stabilized. We had the Bank of Ghana governor. People saw to us, Onimnyansa Addison. He could not stabilize the city. So what is this guy doing? If you're telling me this guy is doing something you don't like, but the city is stabilized, I don't care. All that I need is whatever he's doing, whatever magic he's doing, whatever thinking that he's doing that for 1 year, we have gotten inflation to a single digit and the city is stabilized. He should keep doing it. Whatever he's doing. Because if the NPP, if Addison and his group, they had this knowledge, they would have done the same thing. So why didn't they have that knowledge? Why didn't they have those policies to make sure they stabilize the city? Esiama and his group, Esiama as the governor, his deputies and the rest, they are really putting a lot of work into this. Now, we can also talk about something we call the path of recovery. Right now, you can see clearly from the IMF report, Ghana also is on a path. We are recovering. Now, a lot of people now have confidence in the system. Now, all the indices are now negative, north. All the indices are now showing positive. Now, you could see, our country is gradually getting back to where it's supposed to be. The way this country was run down, now we are recovering. Now you could see, our import, our export, you can see, we are making some inroads. You could see, the country is coming back to normal, whereby reasonable people are managing the affairs of the nation. And the Bank of Ghana governor is doing a marvelous job. And it's going to say, let us put our emotions aside. You might not like the NDC, I understand. You might hate Mahama, but let's look at the positives of this governor. Let's look at the job he has put into the job he's doing. And we can also talk about now interest rate. This guy came to meet interest rate over 30. Today, interest rate is lingering around below 20. Now, this is not a joke. We are talking about inflation. We are talking about high confidence in the system by businesses, international businesses. Now, interest rates above form, inflation above form. We are seeing more foreign companies now coming into Ghana to invest because the investor confidence is high. And it's all because some people are leading the charge. Some people are putting together ideas and policies that is helping these things to be realized. Esiama is working. Esiama is delivering. When you take the president from there, make one of those institutions it deliver in this 1 year is the Bank of Ghana governor. Yes. And let us not, we are not supposed to be haters on these things. This is, just pick this guy's record and just put Addison's record on the side and just juxtapose the two. It is Addison Abodam. When you look at the CMS record, when you look at the positives, when you look at where he picked this economy from, where he picked Bank of Ghana from, the things and the thinking that has gone through, It does not matter. You might not like his approach, but his approach is giving us results. That's what I need as a Ghanaian. That is what a businessman needs. You might not like the approach. The approach might not be the traditional kind of approach where you expect it to be that way. Whatever approach that he is using, at the end of the day, is bringing confidence back, is bringing businesses back, is bringing down inflation, is bringing down interest rate. It is making sure our country is recovering. It is making sure that Ghana as a nation, today we can speak of reserves. We can talk about excess gold that today we want to cap. That is progress. That is development. That is leadership. And we are not supposed to joke with these things. This guy, since he became a Bank of Ghana governor, the government, as we see, they have not gone out to borrow any crazy money. A Bank of Ghana governor, this government would have been out there borrowing because, right, they can go out and borrow. Why haven't they gone out to borrow? Because now the governor, through his policies, initiatives, they are helping the government. That is what the governor needs to do. That is what the Bank of Ghana needs to do. It's a federal bank. That is their job, to think. So whatever way that he can make sure, say, your economy is stabilized, that is what he's doing. I don't have a problem. When there's no problem, you don't call Jesus. So guys, this guy basically is a competent governor. Whether you like it or not, let's be honest. This guy is competent. This guy knows his job. This guy is delivering. Let us move away from these things of, let us be raw on these things. The governor of Bank of Ghana has lived up to expectations. He is competent. If you tell me today, Obiame, what confidence if the president is not there, I'll put it in the Bank of Ghana governor. Yes. And we are talking about people, you can see humility in their eyes. People, at the end of the day, or there's some kind of calmness about the banking sector. His approach to their issues, when even there's a problem, the way he's able to address it, his relationship with Ghanaians, relationship with the media, how he's able to make sure the message from the Bank of Ghana and as Ghanaians, we get the message. See the way he projected and he made sure we as a people, Ghana city at 60, see the way it was done. See how today Ghanaians have confidence in the money. This is what we are talking about. We need leadership. It's not just about the person physically, it's about the person, how he conducts himself. And in less than in a year, you can see this guy, this guy can be governor in any country. But this resume, in 1 year, if you're a governor and you have been able to do this, country Ben or Africa, because I don't want you to be my governor. Every country will put you at their central bank. Me say, for 1 year, if you are the governor, and in your mouth will be inherited, you have been able to move this country to a single digit, moving inflation all the way down to a single digit. You have been able to move interest rate all the way down. Your dollar now you can predict it is stable. Your country is recovering. We are talking about consumer confidence, investor confidence. Everywhere you go with this kind of resume, you will become the federal governor. So what are you talking about? We have a special governor who is working. Let us support this guy. Let Mommy for Bibian Tonchain. Dr. Esiama is exceptional. He's competent. He is. Yanjintum, Addison Abon, or Ejibijimi, or a Kufuor, or near Kufuor, the Church. This guy is being transparent with us. Ain't he? Me, some of the car driver and Semua. Now we experienced driver. I know say there are potholes. I know say it might get dark. I know say it be a sobe to my top. I know say a wiper. I will say Juma. What I need is that drive safely and take me to my destination. If you, the driver, don't show signs to say you are dizzy, you don't show signs to say you are drunk, you don't show signs to say you are not an expert in what you are doing, I'll get off the car. But this guy from day one has shown signs to say he can take us to the destination, and he has been able to do it in 1 year. So what should make me sit here and say the guy hasn't delivered? This guy has over-delivered. Nyame ento eyede inshira endu engu so 87 enye nyina ne be 87 maka kire me yire se me di 86 a ombo metu nkume enti we bi timi 1 nyame nshira o ka kire me yire se me di 86 years pe onfa me gina bontene madin kan aka ombo metu ntontwene ehwa na me pe no enti ya papa Kufuor edi 87 years, which is not bad. Anna, I hope it's 87. And we would like to wish him a happy birthday. And I would like to say to Papa Kufuor, say, ɔsom a ɔde bɛsom Ghana ɔno so yɛ ne part ɛwɔ mu sɛ wɔntuma nsom Ghana sɛnea yɛpɛ no no kura na yɛpɛ sɛ ɔdi kyerɛ Ghanafoɔ sɛbio ɔtan a ɔde tan nipa bi te sɛ Chikata mo ɛne Rollins mo nipa mfomso wɔ yɛ so edu mpɛmpɛnso bi a ebia mpanyinfoɔ mo ana mo kae sɛ deɛ ɔtwa sa no onim sɛ ne kyiakyia ebia tumi ebedi ne nsa ɛne efutubɔni bi a ne nyɔnkofo bi maa no anaasɛ ebia ɔno ankasa maa no ho kwan ɛma nipa bi de maa no ntina ɛma no taking some decisions bi but onyame deɛ ɔhwɛ yakoma mu ɛne ntina ebia yɛ papa Kufuor nhyira ɔda ho te ase nti ɛba yɛ papa sɛm ɛne ɔsom a wɔsom Ghana deɛ a betuma aka sɛ ansɔ eni nanso sɛbio ɛsene kɛtɛrɛmanya asɛm a ɔmo ana ka wabɛyɛ papa yi deɛ na ɔyɛ papa mɛsa yɛ NPP ni ba a sɛbio menyina wɔ NPP mu a mehu sɛ me nuanom no bi gyimi a mete me ho a metu ɔmofo no woda ho yɛ me papa a woyɛ NPP ni nti nyame nhyira ɛyɛ oniu ɛyɛ age wei na mfi a aka no sɛbio ɔmfa nka wo ho na sɛbio nipa bi a ebia wofo mo a ɛda ho hyɛ wo so ɛhaw wobɛtumi nya sakra afrɔ mo sɛbio apa ɔmo kyɛw anaasɛ wakoma mu no wabɔ mpaeɛ ama onyame de akyɛw now birthday we deɛ one of those birthdays a yɛn nyinaa yɛ wish you well political life there it is not that good but your life as a dad your life as a husband wherever your beautiful wife is she's going to be proud of you because you kept your home you kept your family you lived as a family man ukyerɛ sɛ sɛbi oyɛ asantini mapa ubu fie achichiri fie that I will give to you but about politics there I cannot give all to you because you really messed up when it comes to politics because umrantim brem no ebia nyoma bebre awoyɛ ya na mfaso ni so a ebia ahantan ɛne sɛbi timodin kakra nti ama wehu sɛ na sɛbi de awoyɛ no ɛmfa kwan ebi te sɛ wo chi Chikata tu ma wonim sɛ de na woyɛ ne na enye ɛkwan a wode JJ Rollins fa so ɔpɛsɛ tu kwan nyina wode ne tight ne nyoma free ni sema nyoma anka wo sɛ onya as former president wode gye a ɔbrɛ kaka ho nsɛm nyina wobu wani gu so ne nyina na enye sɛ nea wode Ghana sika ɛkɔtɔ gold bɛtu kom ɛbɔ ho samra hene onyame nkoa ɛne si ne ho hene a wosi wo ho hene wɔ Ghana ne nyina na ntwa kwan mu abayo ɔbaayɛ a mperansɛm nti ɛbɛma no bɛfa sika kɔyɛ ne nyina na enye Ghana at 50 sika ɛyɛ forensic audit mpanyinfoɔ kaa sɛ wo ne brobe mpiani mo wie sika ne yanchi muntuma odi wani gu so a wonim sɛ bɔne na wodi a ɛbɛsi ndɛ omda empa Ghana for kyɛw no ne nyina nyɛ nsɛm bi ne nyɔma bi hotel wawa nyɔma bebre a woyɛ ya na ntwa kwan mu toilet a ka sɛ fa sika fa yɛ impundwuma de si toilet a ne nyina no fa so bi amba so no ne nyina no ne ɛwɔ ha nti ɛyɛ drill ship a ne nyina koko a ɛnso kɔ yeraayɛ Benjamin ɛyɛ yehu cocaine ho nsɛm ɛne nsɛm bebre sisi yɛ under your watch a yɛte hei Ghana Telecom a wotɔn yɛ a woyɛ president a wodɔ Ghana no nkɛsɛ o masa anyoma no nyinaa no ɛkɔ a wogyina mu masa anyoma no nyinaa nipa bi edi ɛbɔne keti amɔ no korɔ no koko etumi ɛyera wɔ poso na ship no saa anyoma wɔ nyinaa ɛyɛ gu akakye egu resume so a sebio ada otwe de ampo nyame bɛfrɛw sɛ ogyagye wɔ wankasa wobra ho so de a sebio papa ɛne heaven de obɛwura so the politics kan ho de a papa bɛdin na ɛno so no ɛnkyerɛ sɛ wonyɛ papa yɛ dɔw yɛ papa Kufuor na ɛndɛ wawoda we deɛ onyame ɛnto nkwam na wonhyiraw papa mate sɛ one bloggers bi ayɛ interview na at this point no anka wohwɛ mu pa interview a o grantee no yɛ papa ɛnyɛ anything extraordinary mahu sɛ Ghana fo bebree ka ho nsɛm but to me no I think say it's one of the weakest interviews what granted in your career as a politician. You didn't really say anything new. And in that process of you trying to maybe throw Kufuor under the bus because maybe you feel say o legacy no ya papa Kufuor no right now NPP for kind of sad because do don't free few. It's party no you want to find a way to throw Kufuor under the bus to make your name come up to say because like you said obi any NPP mo betuma your campaign without your legacy Kufuor has no legacy it's you know who say somebody will be crazy to even campaign without mentioning you whatever you left behind because Kufuor is not intelligent enough to receive any kind of credit and we all know say eche obi a we jimi na obi gina Kufuor so your campaign The only thing I can say, you expect to say, Obi or person be the NPP Nimbiano also use wo or record a Sebio Papa, Manusi Suminaso, and one shadante as a president in a campaign. Now, and then I catch them team and they say, your interview with bloggers, it wasn't anything extraordinary. There was nothing special about it. You were basically speaking to NPP delegates. You were basically telling them, say, even though Bawumia is a loser, is a liar, they should go out in their numbers to continue the criminality of Kufuor and the NPP. That is all. You were just charging the base in their head, no. You were just directing them to go and vote for Kufuor. That was why you were talking to a blogger. At this point, I expect you to be granting interviews to multi-million-dollar media houses with intelligent, with all due respect. I don't have any problem with the people who interviewed you. I don't know them. I don't have an issue with them. But this is my opinion. I expect say Kufuor say Okasa, ebia the BBC had talk, ebia CNN, MSNBC, Al Jazeera, like, you know, quality interviews, questions, fact-based questions, fact-based follow-ups, you know, intellectual questioning. But I feel say we'll lower standard now to the point to say, and we'll be out to Mbowrim. And I understand because the NPP based and as a delegate, you know, say majority of them, no, bloggers no mutie. They are not intelligent to that point where they will understand real issues and real analysis. That is why you feel say when you go this route, you go the weak route, the what we call a social media sensationalism route. Now, it might give you some they might give you some attention. That is why I'm saying, say, I have no problems with the people who grant you interviews all over the place. But I believe, say, you some of the platforms you grant interviews, you can see, say, bloggers, you know what I mean? You're up there. And I was telling my team, say, there was nothing exceptional about what you did, the interview you granted. We have always known you and what you believe and stand for. You have always stood behind what we call lies. And the reason why I'm saying this is simple. Papa, on your birthday, I want to make it easy. Okatre, in your bloggers interview, say, I was not consulted on National Cathedral project. Kufuor reveals. This is no news. And why are you saying this now? It is looking like, say, Papa, every time we try to see nipa bi dia boni try tro omo wie na omo say ye wie no, then you step in like, oh, openyi na otifie mayaka nankarefo wan kasa ye beka se nanka no uwibi. And this interview you granted me huniti ehuni nine because we have always known to say you have not been honest with Ghanaians when it comes to national issues. You have departed from patriotism. And that is the problem people like us, we have with you. You have departed from patriotism. You are still not allowing the party in you to take over, to understand the say, you are a statesman. And it is not about the NPP. It is about Ghana and how we can, at the end of the day, have this kind of progress, this kind of development, devoid of who is from here or who is coming from here. But it looks like you are still struggling to move away from your party. You have detached yourself from patriotism. Your statesmanship has been taken away because you have allowed your partisan side, to overshadow your patriotic side. And Intina, recently when you grant interviews, it sounds like broken record. Mr. Ex-President, if you were not consulted on National Cathedral, do you think I care? Do you think any Ghanaian cares? Because if you were even consulted, and because you want to protect your party and the people who you know are doing the wrong thing, you wouldn't have come out to tell us to say you don't agree and that they should stop. You wouldn't have done it. you not being consulted does not change the narrative here that if you had even been consulted, and still they would have done what they did. The reason I make a Ghana for say, yeah, Kufuor interview grantee, you know, and it's all about America. You see George Bush, who is a former president, or yet Republican, a grantee interview. Do you think the Republican Party cares? No. Party maybe I say do as Republican Party, no, they will not care about George Bush. The NPP now say to the point where it is not granting interview to bloggers or indirectly trying to reach out to the base to change the destiny of the party. No. I am being respectful here because I respect Papa Kufuor very well. Into these things, yeah, Papa, you cannot isolate anybody from these things. In 2020, on Mountain Stage catcher say, upon the killings, every single thing we had seen, the high number of people who were unemployed, the deliberate disrespect for the rule of law, the corruption. You saw all these things. You still came out to tell us to vote for Kufuor. You had seen also West Wagon. You had seen Ejapadie. You had seen PDS. You had seen all the things that were never reasonable for anybody to even for one say, hey, you saw all these things. You never commented. You still came out final day of election to tell us you should all go and vote for Kufuor to continue. That's why I'm saying that you have allowed your partisanship to overshadow or cloud. And yet your patriotism, it has taken over it. So right now, no, you are struggling to get out of it, and you are struggling because Wakuman, when you're ready to be patriotic. So these interviews with these bloggers to please NPP delegates base for them to line up to go and continue Kufuor's legacy, because you told us in 2020, say Mahamudu Bawumia and Kufuor, all that they have done, you still want us to continue, so we should go out and vote for them. That is what you told us. You did not care about the economy, jobs that were being destroyed, the corruption, the nepotism, the disrespect for the rule of law, how they were. You did not care about any of these things. All that you did was you did party job. This is not new. There's nothing exceptional about what you just said yesterday. I don't think anybody in Ghana is shocked. I don't think Ghana and Ibia sorry say, hey, Kufuor Neka say. Nobody should be shocked. And I don't think anyone is shocked because you have shown us from Tetinyina Besia. Nana Dankwe Kufuor told us he wanted to hand over to Bawumia. Anamebwa, you were there. You said yes. You knew what Kufuor had done. You knew what Bawumia had supported. You still went ahead and said we should vote for the NPP. Team, give me video. Team, give me video and let me show to your papa. Nobody is surprised. Then, so when I see people making noise, Kufuor can say, no, this is normal. This is normal level. Bibian's is saying it is still the same Kufuor we know. The same Kufuor who pretends he loves Ghana, but he doesn't. The same Kufuor who always chooses his party over citizenry, omo plight. That has been you. And I was expecting you to say, the last 8 years, I bet you less him. I can say, no, enough is enough. You need a party. At this point today, let us put Ghana before. But you never did. Nana Addo Dankwa Kufuor stood before Ghanaians in 2024 after people were shot in 2020 elections, after PDS, after Ejapadie, after Galamsey swallowing your own hometown in the Ashanti region, after the disrespect to the rule of law, after our judiciary at the end of the day was broken into pieces, after you saw how pensioners as you yourself were dying because DDEP took their money, Ejio Musika, after you saw all these things, you still follow the Kufuor to tell us, say, he's going to hand over to Mahamudu Bawumia, and you endorsed and said yes. Kufuor, some people in NPP wanted to see my back when I had 39 in the 1996 elections. What are you trying to say? In 1996, we had 39%, Baumia 38, Ayankotuma Baumia. Papa, yes, sir. What you are doing is not statesmanship. What you are doing is not patriotism. What you are doing, you are stabbing the nation in the back. You are choosing party politics. You are choosing a party that has stabbed this nation in the back over the nation that made you who you are. In 1996, now to VW. Africa. When you got power in 8 years, you were one of the richest people in Ghana. It means we made you who you are. So please, sometimes let's put the party politics aside. So when you're 39 in 1996, Enti Baumia 38, and that message Ghanaians sent in 2024 December, they sent it to you. They sent it to Baumia. They sent it to Agove. They were telling them, say, we are not stupid, but still, Kufuor, you still see us to be stupid. The 38% about Baumia, that message was to you, that do not ever again try and give us people who don't have our interest at heart. That was the message. The young people who went out there in the 16 regions to vote against the NPP for Baumia to get 38%, they were telling you that don't do that again. You found yourself with criminals. You endorse criminals. Let's say 2020 was an oversight. 2024, we cannot forgive. You are still doing it. It means you still don't care. Today is your birthday. Now the question I want to ask you, Papa Kufuor, is, Adentina Nana Dankwa Kufuor has not availed himself say Obiambe interview no. Yet per the immediate president with your Baimu. Yet per Obia or what the right to speak on governance today in Ghana is a Kufuor. Yeah, Papa. Why do you think a Kufuor na uni ni original stage? A Kufuor na unim di oye nyina eku Ghana for still you went ahead to say we should vote for him 2020. Not the same Kufuor na after 2020 osako so more mayhem. Udi de say na bedi echire na wa support no amana say Ghana eku nipa no, they should still vote for Abedi Echire to continue Kufuor's legacy no. Why do you think Kufuor has not come out boldly to say I am campaigning for Baumia? Papa, mama woma nipa bi enkwara bi emeyen twetwe. You are above bloggers interview. You are above partisan politics. Mema nkwara twetwe. Mema bloggers so light in so and treat you to say there we obi to say Bulgaria. Mema bloggers enya konwe bia na papa wotena so. Enya konwe bia na etena so. You cannot share a inkonya with anything, anybody. No. That is why some shows, some programs, Oba Brucha, 90 minutes, and you'll be in that seat. Do not just avail yourself. The question is, are they in Kufuor or no jai abainim? Edema John Mahaman, are they not only the right person to mount any stage and say, when my Abedi this Baumia is my immediate deputy. Why is he not taking charge to prove to Ghana for say Ejuma or Ejuma when a chess also? Why hasn't he availed himself for people to question him about the credibility of his deputy Baumia? Why do you think Kufuor hasn't done that? Adentina bloggers ninta Mike Enkorno. Why has he blocked everyone from coming? Why are you allowing yourselves for these people to use you? You have gotten to that age where a majority of us here in Druho, but don't allow yourself. Everyday party. They be now the Ghana is in chain. Now the party say chrono. You are endorsing criminality. You are endorsing murder. You are endorsing corruption. You are endorsing people stealing from us. Again, you know all these things. Why? Because of politics? So now the Dankwa Kufuor to my mountain stage and campaign about Baumia. Nobody should do that. Anybody who goes out there to say me a party penny, I am campaigning for Bawumia, then a Kufuor, with all due respect, sees you as a fool. You know why? Because Obia or employ Bawumia ye Kufuor. Now, if the Kufuor now or high Bawumia cannot stand in public and say, "When me doba into Muntumana," why are you the one doing it? Manusi Sunaso, now say Kufuor ne namumedi. No, it's not supposed to be like that. And you are somebody I revere and respect a lot. And I don't expect you to allow anybody. And Kufuor Kasa, and Kufuor has said a lot about Kufuor. And who in Kufuor, who in NPP can campaign on Kufuor's record? Nobody. Even Bawumia himself, he's running from Kufuor's record. Why should we be in 2025? And Kufuor, who became president in 1990, and the record that campaign was so. Why? It means Kufuor is a Bangladesh. He's a dirty Bangladesh. It means there's no legacy. So your legacy now, Ujaya, and protect it by staying away from these kind of basic street interviews. Nanado Danko Kufuor, on a high Bawumia. And he said, Obi person who's about Bawumia ni credibility. I didn't nipa na high, I don't know. Also, I'm papa. Why is the person? Because uko this software rather or software biasia. The day Sebio, yeah, they will church no, or software now was shed us on the watch. So when you are so because no preach ya, so I was soften the someone said because the way dear, no shamase, mena metite no. I didn't think Kufuor to me for a whole year. Kufuor has not been able to sit, grant interview to speak about Bawumia's credentials and competence. Why do you think he can't do it? He can't do it because he knows deep down that Bawumia is like him. He knows deep down that Bawumia is like him. He knows that the NPP now are say, and you Papa Kufuor, you know. We all know the NPP now say it's not a party. Sebio Obi or Dogana Pabaka say Monko to Abama. Ya Papa Kufuor into who your campaign say and to Abama Bawumia na whoever no. The question here is Yen to Abama Bawumia no be iche ma to me. Ganam say asase was saying now gan ombe yinu man ko tenefiana. Now what's the end game? Say boni omudi ye nyina ye pe kwan bi so atwe omaso no. Sa boni no omombra no mekata so. Is that what you stand for now? Now if you believe say we as a nation, we need to make sure those for the past years and the years before, almost say Ghana no, or say a then without due respect, you are not even supposed to tell anybody say anyone should vote for the NPP or any candidate. You are not even supposed to today be telling Ghana for say, oh, Bawumia can no, you are not. You are supposed to stay away. So what are you telling us? You're party and to my partner, partner kuye partner say mine no. Yeah, Papa. I respect you. I revere you. Nanado Danko Kufuor only intentions bia of leaving Ghana politics. He still believes say or control NPP or control Ghana. He still wants to grip Ghana again. Nanado Danko Kufuor also on Ghana. He's still in his head. Or Jane say he can still control Ghana. And it's not only the bushing for no. Nanado Kufuor cannot avail himself for interview. O Srosia Busa say I don't know kase can for atambrefie. O Srosia Baka say I don't know year I don't know say on to me interview for 1 year. So why should I trust his deputy? John Mahama left office. Every single day he was granting interviews. Every day. Nanado Danko Kufuor 1 year on granting interview be Abusa was adentra because oye kromfo. Because he thinks say the more he hides, the more he does not speak. We will forget about the nonsense on the Bawumia, Kennedy, Brandy Champon, and Kentry Muye. And he thinks the more he hides, the more he does not speak. So his advisors are telling him that I don't make a statement, don't even speak, and that they will forget. We are not stupid. We are not going to forget the damage Kufuor, Bawumia, Kennedy, Brandy Champon, Kentry, they have done to this country. How can we just forget? We can't forget. In dear Papa, today is your birthday. I wish you well, but with all due respect, stay away from these things. And wow, it will not help your legacy. And you know, I know you want to protect your legacy. I know you have, I know you are hurt that sa legacy na uja ohono Kufuor asɛ no, and you are trying, we will decide. We will decide. So our legacy is intact and I say intact. Don't force it. Don't force us to accept your legacy. We are growing. We have seen governance. We have seen regimes. Allow us. Upon all the things you saw, upon all the things you witnessed as a Ghanaian, as a former president, things you yourself you will not do. You endorsed it. After people were killed, after women and children were murdered, after people at your age group people, DDEP, your job seeker from Semomuko, after we saw highest level of corruption in the history of the Republic of Ghana, after people in our country were running away because we had the president who did not care, use the state security to go after women. We saw military men wearing military uniform, police uniform, shooting at civilians. You saw people, a group of people wanting to sell for a special prosecutor to tell us that Kufuor is another part of corruption. You saw, you read, you understand. After all these things, you told us to go and vote for Bawumia. When he said Bawumia was a man of destiny, it was not about Bawumia, you meeting him in the UK. Now, Bawumia. Everybody is a man of destiny. Every single day, the day you are born, the struggles you go through to get to where you are a man of destiny. You made that statement, and people said you were doing politics here. Every single soul on this planet is a man of destiny. The day you are born, the struggles you go through. Some people, they go through physical struggles. Some people go through educational struggles, emotional struggles, spiritual struggles. So you get to that point, you are a person of destiny. Do not cover things up and make it look like, say, Sebio, Jimmy. You are telling us to go and vote for this guy who is a liar. You yourself, you're a man of destiny. Did anybody think, say, you will lead the NPP? The time you were contesting to be the flag bearer of NPP, there were so many people in the NPP who were smarter than you. Education-wise, they were better than you. Why did they choose you? Because it was you, your determination, and you wanting to be the flag bearer of the NPP. You came the first time and you win. So don't do these things. Munjai Sakasano. You are giving us bad product. You are selling a product that is a lying product. Mahmoud Bawumia is fake. You know it. Nasenka, Sebio, Kufuor, let me ask you this. Team, if, per the explanation you are giving us, if we have to go by it, Bawumia being a man of destiny, in 2016, at the end of the day, he got to the door of his destiny, and that door opened for him to become the vice president of the Republic of Ghana. With all the experience from you, from what you are telling us, the first time he gave you a speech, Akwada, and being the research assistant at the Bank of Ghana, I think he said, for being a running mate for Kufuor for 8 years, at least in 2017, his destiny doors opened for him. Now, when the destiny doors opened, how did he fare? Again, about year after the destiny doors in 2017 was opened. If it's a man of destiny, we are all looking for that door that will open, that destiny door. In 2017, after 8 years of being a Kufuor's running mate, the destiny doors open. Was he able to put all those research to use? How did it benefit us? He became the head of the economic management team. Mahamudu Bawumia, upon all his research, the dollar ended up at 17. Upon all his research, there was an FX committee that was supposed to come and find a way to stop the dollar from going to 17. Upon all his research, Ghana could not, at the end of the day, our GDP, our debt could not drop. Upon all his destiny, that he was supposed to prove to us that he's a man of destiny, Mahamudu Bawumia, employment rate could not drop. Mahamudu Bawumia could not live up to expectations. So what is this man of destiny? Bawumia got the opportunity, knocked at the door of destiny. The door of destiny opened for Bawumia, and Bawumia took a shit inside the room. So there's no excuse. Nobody in Ghana can sit and tell us, say, there's an excuse. Bawumia got the opportunity. He is the first person in Ghana to be running mate in opposition for 8 years, to be vice president for 8 years, 16 years. He's still taking a shit in that destiny room. So what is this man of destiny? Man of destiny was given every opportunity to turn the fortunes of this nation around. When Bawumia became the first vice president in the NPP, in the second term of NPP, third term, Mahamudu Bawumia inherited a dollar that was at 3.4. Yeah, Papa, we are not kids here. Yeah, and nobody can convince us with English language. No, because Sebio, yeah, Papa Kufuor, ya wo na santini na wo, and I'm so fantinia woneni na wo me. But at least we understand the language. The man of destiny at the end of the day is somebody who was a liar and is still a liar. Do not sell bad products to us. Do not. All the hype you gave this guy for 8 good years, all the hype you gave Bawumia, you are still doing politics. The guy is bad news. The guy is bad news. The guy does not have the intelligence to lead. The guy is not any better economist. The guy ran this country down. Accept it and let's move forward. Yanjintum, the guy took a shit when he was given the biggest platform. Mahamudu Bawumia took a shit on Niguno when the lights came on. That Mahamudu, you have been wanting to perform. You have been crying. You have been screaming. All the fora and symposium. All the meetings he did in opposition. The PowerPoint presentation. When he was given the opportunity to stand on stage with the lights on, Bawumia took a shit. The dollar was at 17. So what destiny are you talking about? This is not a man of destiny. A man who takes a shit is what you're talking to us about. You want to sell somebody who takes a shit on a higher stage. Let's stop this. Let's choose country over political party. The partisanship is getting too much. Yeah, Papa me do. And I know you love me. But these things, let us stop. That man of destiny, it ended in 2017 when he took a shit on himself. There's nothing like man of destiny here. You would have said the same thing about Napo. That Napo is a man of destiny. Until Napo was given the nod, you would say he's a man of madness. Mommy and Kano Cruncher, ya do a party no, na emu nipa ni be a Jimmy. Mommy and see a boni and can say, ya moon nipa ni be a Jimmy. In Brendu, you say a betam to me, amaye. Ya tam to me my 8 years no, ya say chrono. That is it. Daddy Lumba's family filed suit to block body release, freeze funeral account. Let's see. Lumba ebusianfo Oma Sako court. Omo de tabono atu Lumba eye no so. Sika ya jejedia ko Lumba yom de tabono atu so. Ena Lumba nankasa Michael Jackson nankasa body na konro gusu no. Omo de omo sa atu so. Eva Makach them say, Sir German president no buy no with dear Bonnie. Nanka so tamfunu de koko sie no abrofo park so. Me say German Brunina Oba na nse besra president or so a president of Germany was the end no. Nanka so tam kon ru no eko sie no abrofo park so e wo Germany. He Lumbebusiofo omo Jimmy brutal. Me kase we chire mo me se we yensie de da omo wi nam no osunsun mu Lumba to no no mo shred ne se shawama minimum nkofo we me nkofo efunu ebe da hwa minimum nkofo until somebody funu we nyina osunsun mu awie adum nsu aye omo nsie da. These are my people. Mini omo na nyini ye to chro constitution mafunu sankofo we konro omunsie de da. And metna ka shemo say from the one ka say lumbe busuafo ejimi na mo say me Kevin Muade Africa Michael Jackson me ka chem se nya de be sie no me ye beifo na mejai minim dia beifo ne ye me ex beifo ma ye beifo etimi ma ye beifo ache ena me say ma bre Kufuor de beifo ba o me beifo Kennedy beifo Brand champion ansia no be beifo sankofo omunya beifo ye nim se ne ade ne ye be say time na me beifo first no na me nyim captures ba na nka we de twitwa de to awe omo shrede omo twitwa lumba to se paako so bronya nam omo ba wi ni nyina enkofo no naturally omo agimi efunu akwa bokon roman nsa gu ne boda fridge mu ochina sei adechi asei na de me tan ne se obekọ TikTok na ma me mpanifo ene de me ndidi yo de om de aye bro me so ne kwasia menum kura to lumba me hwane jimi oti abro chetre bonkum me wu kwasia to baako yakodije signatures ye de petition me hwane ni jimi ne ho jot utumi ko TikTok obi maame obi wofa na wasi ankonwa ne nimu fifire ntiantia sie ntiantu me se he ne kwasia hwane jimi tobi akwa we da be no wuye ye sie na kuredu ye be sie tiwa ye be sie obia ne da ho twitwa ne towe ewo samampom minim se me se lumba ebusuafo ne jimi me nyi adoa me nyi otwe naturally omu nyina jimi and eye jimi a saade we no efunu ntokwa ne ye tete omo hwe obi yem a anka kwa we nkie nsie ne da ene na mane relevant obi baba me no fa ase ni nua baba we de ni nua ba ma we sao ombetime kutafunu we mu 2 years na omo we esi omo twitwa to left one to fa omo we left de wi omo ba we right no huhumu omo we ne to no nyina omo de ba shawama hre me na me beifo na mejai ye beifo ne awo Jimmy time you started before idea na go for before camp near wo and that before am TikTok so no mo ba obehu before no wono atoka na ode ba before camp between before no atomoto tete before no na ye niamfa ka o ye nice form ebotu no anya fast na se etwam a eno ano no ka na e ba ko efi asa anya nkyirem e be sere ko eye bode bo se o ma ne twam 210 eno ano na che o chena meeting ene dia before ma ba mo sorry I was busy na before pa na talk about before chrome a before moye be ye ncheye enso mama be ye time African Michael Jackson de wuna mudi mu Jimmy go TikTok so utumi hoop mama be siriwa be ma de ne ho kan no be 8 years ni watena brochire wa ese superku watena brochire wa ese superku o hwe na botwere na botwa I say odipia ship wa twintran e lo tia brochire wa twintran be ma mfre no obehu be ma no akwa yie ne ho sapre I say chance ase yentie na lumba de yenim de be so ne kwasia hwe ne kwasia hwe ne fu bi ukotu tan kan obugu Germany gugu UK the lumba to prison and I'm actually in 9 ewo abefo kro no bu twa de towe lumba technically is in prison amaji body na freeze no almost say the imbago ato body ni so eyie ni so sika de be yie no abefo kro no de kora esi wo no gigi sika gum e wo say donate wa abefo kro no ehu se nya abefo 3000 abefo kro so answer na raise 3000 no na ya wi nipa be 30 be old be jai dada abefo kro twitwa luma to no de abofro nkwan han ni mom nyina ya MP for bebre abefo nyina nipa 5 na so mo ya sankwa so nyina abefo unwo ma hwe mo sen hwe ba omi asen hwe Kennedy sen hwe bran hwe mo nyina asen nya abefo na wi nam no de bia no muguso on the 11th ye be sa akọ bi de be jai I am minimum wo no mo text me I say me jai be ya che be 8 years ni into minimum wo no na numbers Jack and they see wa before camp text me dey see nyina ba wi na mo buburo e de ne more no on be yi sim wi say ne mo fa nko sie mo wa ko sie lumba no lie because me bia da kan so ba wi ne femfram we mu mesi de bia meka kyerɛ mo obi obewu bia besie de lumba until some Mary are the to ne wie na ne to no da kasa bi wo ho e de fe no to fan no until some bebu to fan no e de atro ne din won samanfo board so say rest in peace omunja enam na se ye de beifo ya che intenu no ye nyansie etu a wa nyi say wo be yi abedi nkwasa wo boja ntra no tu hyeda ye nyansie ye ne se ye nyansie ye me mejai beifo ba me namfo ne ka kire be say we are not burying and Lumba lives matter. We are not burying. Opo yensie. Pom Jimmy Tata TikTok yensie. Nipa na no mo chotro eyi abefo cratch no. Mi nipa no. Enti next week krampo agenda no Lumba de den kan. Next week agenda no Lumba de den kan. Inje say Lumba kan on the 11th no. After 11th they be say share after Bronya which is 17th January. Enti ebe den na Lumba is here before. Enti ade no yensie. Abefo cratch the list. Be see 11th meeting ekwe. Lumba agenda nkan no Lumba agenda. Intu ko sie anyway. Yensie. Omo ya befo. We mu. Ya wo omo pe omo jimi. Omo nyini pe no omo bodam. Otwe bini nkwan akyekede esu e no omo pe. Omo tumi ku nam. Omo tumi ye nkwan. Na omo mi akyekede ko wana nani ase nsuo egum. Omo se na ede. We mu ya befo.